Oh boy. Welcome, welcome, guys. I know what time it is. I am on GG duty, so I simply have a little one running around here. Just some things going on right now, so I'm literally just, I'm all over the place right now, and it's unusual for me to be all over the place. Usually, I kind of got my stuff together, but today, I'm everywhere. He wants to play. He wants to do a whole lot of stuff right now. And I keep telling him, Gigi, I had to feed him, take him to eat, then play a little while because he wanted to play. That's what happens with a 3-year-old. So, you gotta do that first. So with that being said, guys, I am back. I am here. And we are gonna get into it here in just a second. But I wanted to make sure that I gave my baby his time as to me coming and giving you all your time. So your time right now is my time, and we're gonna get into it in a second here. But as you can see the title, you know what we coming for. We doing this ESPN style, y'all. Welcome back to the unfiltered version of this show. Because I'm not gonna hold back. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and whoever come in the chat don't like it, fight with yourself because I'm not fighting with you. However, this is what's gonna go down, and this is what it's gonna be. What we say, um, don't mess with that. Come say hi to the people, y'all. Just say hi to my grandson, y'all, because he's literally right now want to kind of be all over the place. Let's show you. Oh, there you go, y'all. Say
Hey.
say hey. He's all over the place. Don't mess with that water. Okay. Can you give Gigi some time to finish this, and then it'll be me and you, okay?
Tape it down and it pages for it. I did it different.
I know. But we'll do this in a little bit, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, big guy. I appreciate you. Ah, yes. He's a character and a half. But nevertheless, hey, that's okay. That's what grandparents do. Uh, we're gonna get into it, as you can see, of course, from the title. We're gonna talk about Angel Reese, the interview that they had today, her era, how it is going. It's like a new start. It's a new beginning for her. New era begins as of today when they had their press conference, and they let us know that they are getting ready to go into practice starting Saturday. That's what I want to see. What were they doing on what are they doing, y'all, on Saturday? Practice. Yes. Hold on. Let me turn on his iPad. Y'all. He gotta have his iPad on. He has a timer on his iPad, and I don't know what to do with your iPad. Did you got these nails on, and yeah, I don't know. Yep, battery's dead, buddy. Battery's dead. Sorry, both iPads battery dead. Can't help you. Well, can you go in the room and play? You can go down there and play with your toys, but don't throw anything, okay? Yeah, just don't throw anything, please. Oh my, he's so talkative, y'all. He is so talkative. What's going on, chat? Before I get into this, let me go ahead and say hi to the chat. This is something that we've decided to do. Hey, ADP, you've been here since like super early. I know I had it. No, we're not going to play outside and let Gigi finish. I'm talking right now.
I see bunny on
Go to the room. Go. Okay, you understand? All right, we're not going to do this. Okay. ADP, you've been here forever. I appreciate you. And y'all, I know I really truly can't make this long. I've been on like 2 hours, 2.5 hours these last 2 weeks, but today cannot be that because as you can see, I got a busy body. That's the way 3 year olds are. They are very active. They're all over the place. But thank you for coming in, Donna C. Appreciate you. TW 7525, Van, I see you. Greg, uh, who else we got? We got Felicia. We got Anthony Green. Uh, we got Gregory. We got She Wins. Troy. And guess what? Green Thumb. Thank y'all for coming in the building. Those that are chiming in, looking in, not talking in the chat, please make sure you hit the like button as you come in. I want to make sure that we are paying homage to the host, which is me. Nevertheless, I mean, hey, I need something for my time. Yeah, a little soliloquy, because this is where we at. Because this is what the sentiment is going to be like when we get to talking about the page and the AZ Fudd situation. But it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. And so when we get ready to get into it, I always go to my favorite right here. uh, Chat going and moving and popping. Uh, who else we got up in the building? Yeah, that's your shoes. I appreciate it. That's your McDonald's shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what you got to tell them. Probably got to hit them with the room. I know it's something else, man. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. Had an opportunity to. At first, I did not want to look at the Chicago Sky press conference, but I went back and I tried to watch it again. And I'm gonna tell you, I did the same thing I did the first time. I turned that crap off. I did not want to hear the whole thing. It's not of my energy, as I would say. I'm not going to put my energy in and listen to everything that Jeff P has to say. To me, he's not a man of stature. He is not a man of his word. He just does things to do things, and he's a flat out liar. I mean, for me, what happens to me is when you lie, I'm done. When you lie, I'll fool with you. But I do, however, want to continue to watch the team because of Camilla. I want to watch it because of Camilla. And until Camilla get out of there, I'll watch here and there, but the frustration set in. I'm gone. I'm bouncing. But it's much, like I said earlier on the full court trio, there's much basketball to watch. We're going to watch a lot of basketball. I like the way the teams have come together, have formed. Basically, I don't want to say super teams, but Vegas is a super team. Atlanta is a very contending team. Dallas is building themselves to be a contending team. Chicago Sky bringing in some heavy hitters that are kind of up there in the number, as we would say, bringing them aboard to kind of help them along and find their way. Because, as I said earlier, this move that Jeff P made when this was actually absolutely everything that Angel asked for 2 years, and she simply absolutely did not get it, right? However, they waited till she left to decide to do this. We can't cry over that spill milk. It's over with, because guess what? She's in the best place possible for her. Hands down, Atlanta is the best place possible for her. I wouldn't even say her going to Vegas is the best place for her. She has to have a name for herself, and playing behind Asia, to me, will not solidify what she's trying to accomplish or need to accomplish. I think her and Asia playing together someday, after she's kind of put herself on the map. We have a lot of things that she's done. We've done have a lot of things that she's done where she's, had the double. She's had a couple of triple doubles. She's set records for the most rebounds, defensively, offensively, the assists that she's given. She's made a big impact. Stop that. You coming over every 2 minutes. That's not, I don't play that. Don't do that. Go watch TV. Get away. Go away. You want to play? Then go away. Y'all. 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 Yeah, he's mad now because I sent him away. Because he's doing too much. He's messing with thumbtacks, and I don't play with thumbtacks. But yeah, we're gonna ignore that in the back. She's done a lot of things, right? And if we all know one of the mayors, the mayor came out and thanked Angel for everything. We're gonna ignore the prize of the little one because he doesn't get his way like that with me. He has to earn his way. He finally came out and gave the best soliloquy that he possibly could of thanks and gratitude for everything that Angel has brought and given and done for Chicago, including, the fact that the girl put her mark. I mean, she put a basketball court out there, for Christ's sake. You can't ask for anything better than that. But Angel has officially stepped down and dropped down into Atlanta. And after that press conference, yeah, this not just the roster, y'all. This is not just a roster move. This feels like a shift in power. I mean, tell me what you think. Do you feel like this is a shift in power? Because for her, this is a shift in power. Mama, here. Is this what you coming for? Dry your eyes. Dry your eyes. You're a boy. Don't do all that. Stop it. Here. I already have one here, Mama. Go away. Oh, you want to eat? Save that till after you eat. Give me that till after you eat. Give that to. Thank you. Yeah. This is a shift in power. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more. Where we're looking at what she said, what she didn't say, and what this means for Atlanta Dream moving forward. Now, let me read the article from Fox. I'm gonna give you Fox article and what it said. And let me turn this music down a little bit so you guys can hear me extremely clearly. Come on, I see y'all in the building. Go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. And I'm gonna touch a little bit too on Cece and our girl Raven, just a little bit, because that's a whole nother segment. That's a whole nother segment for sure. ATL has a very nice core. Angel will definitely help the team. Absolutely. But here's what Fox Sports had to say. Now with Atlanta, Angel Reese says she is grateful for her 2 years in Chicago, but wanted more. And that was published, of course, today, literally at 5:26 p.m. And of course, this is around the time that they've had that interview, right? So Atlanta AP. So Angel Reese was surrounded by the love and the talent during her first news conference with Atlanta Dream. She felt was missing in her 2 years in Chicago. The Dream acquired Reese from Sky on August 6th. Chicago obtained first-round draft picks of 27 and 28. Atlanta also received the right to swap second-round picks with Chicago in 2028. No, go finish your food. You didn't eat that fast. Go finish your food. All right, buddy. One of the WNBA's most recognized stars, Reese led the league in rebounding in each of her 2 seasons with the Sky. I'm always gonna be grateful for that because I did experience a lot of great things. Reese said Friday on her time in Chicago. I enjoyed being able to grow with my first 2 years, but I wanted more. I love to win. I love to compete, and I want to be surrounded by people that can make me better. Listen to the words what she's saying. She want to be surrounded by people that help make her better. She's done some things in the first 2 years that allow her to do great, right? And to do some things, but she needed to be around people that help make her better. You can't continue to stay in the realm of a game that you're in with players that you're surrounded with that are bench players that can't help you get better, and you the newbie. How does that help? What's going on, Terry Matthews? I see you in the building. Thanks for coming in, Big Dog Sports. I see all of you. Thank you for coming in the building. When you come in the building, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Um, but back to the article. Uh, Reese was joined at the news conference by the five players Atlanta has re-signed this offseason. Guard Ryan Howard, said Reese, and two-time All-Star forward could help Atlanta win a championship. Now I saw Ryan speak. Ryan is, remember, we know that she is not one for many words, but if she has to speak and it's in a negative light, trust me, she's saying exactly what's on her mind, and you ain't gonna make her change it. She said what she said, and she's done with it, right? I think Angel being in the position she's in, she's with a lot of players that do know how to voice their opinion. Um, but with Ryan, Ryan is more of an angel when she's speaking her mind on something she don't like. It's just that in on other teams, they have an opportunity to simply just be free with how they speak, and they're not um, suspended for a half a game, right? Because we know exactly what the press conference said that Jeff P said. He said the exact same thing that Angel said. He said the exact same thing Angel said. But not to mention, there was a player at the same time, not even a couple days later or 2 days later, said the exact same thing Angel said. Shakira Austin. I'm just saying, you can't make this stuff up. Jeff P, are you going to put yourself in timeout, Jeff P? Or is it okay to say it now because some of the pieces, some of the players that didn't really fit, they won't be back, like um, Allen, Lindsay Allen. I'm sorry, Rebecca Allen. Uh, some of the other players, not to name, that's not signed because they simply not coming back to the sky, including Ariel Atkins. Um, and I'm telling you, that's gonna be that game. Y'all watch that LA game. Please watch that LA game. I think Angel gonna make them put AA in the. They gonna put her in the blender, y'all. They gonna put her in the blender. They gonna put her in the blender. But that's what the pieces that they have there for. Continuing back to the article from Fox Sports. Angel. I think it's what I think is special for us because she could be exactly what we are missing, and that again is from Ryan Howard. Angel made the statement that she loved being around them and what they do, and the pieces that are there, and she could feel the love and the bond between those ladies, and that's something that she wants to be a part of. She don't want to be a part of a team where people uh, are really just out for theirs. And that's what she had last year. She had a team of people that were out for theirs. She can only give the best version of herself, but trust me, she's a winner and she wants to win. If you don't want to win and you don't have the winning mentality and you just okay, and you guys heard the players, there was two players that said it. They were so excited. They were so excited to be in Chicago because they just had a chance to just play. They wanted to just play. Like Kia Nurse and those guys. What were the words? Oh yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy because I'm able to just play. It's not enough to play if you're gonna lose every single game. It's not enough to play if you have one of the best bigs in the league and they don't look good simply because you decide you just happy with playing. It's a terrible way to think, and it's a terrible sentiment to put Angel in. Reese averaged 14.7 points and a league best of 12.6 rebounds last season. And remember, guys, she could have 20 rebounds one game, 15 another one, 12 another one, and then she could come back and have another 15. Then she could have 11. So percentage overall, that's her overall percentage, 12.6 rebounds last season. She joins a team that won a franchise record of 30 games last season under Coach Carl. I like Carl. I like his sentiments. I like what he said in the conference. Everything that he spilled out, and we're going to get to the conference here in a little bit. I just wanted to make sure I read the article a little bit, and there's a little bit more to it. Before losing to Indiana in the playoffs, that was their stint. 30 games that season. Of course, there was a record. Um, and they'll get over that hump this time. I just think sometimes when players get in their head, and I'm gonna say this yet still, just like I said before, when Ryan is on, she's on. When Ryan is not, Ryan is nowhere to be found, and we need Ryan to be in existence throughout the entire game. She got to match what is on the floor, and if she can't, she has to be better than what's on the floor. And I'm gonna hold her to that because she's that caliber type player. So we're gonna hold her to that. Angie gonna go nuts this year. This is from MSL 52, 53. Angie's gonna go nuts this year with the with the ball in her hands because she's going to either score, get get the foul, or make the pass to the open person. Exactly, exactly. That's how she wants to play, and expressing that says a lot because again, this is what the coaches has expressed. This is what she's expressed that she wants. Like he said, it was a no-brainer when he saw her become available. Immediately, they had to jump on it. Uh, Atlanta also re-signed, and as you can see, we all know Alicia Gray, Brianna Jones, Jordan Canada, and Naz Hillman, to whom all did a phenomenal job joining her on the panel. They went on a panel together. Sky had two different panels, three different segments. Just this is love right here. This is showing we welcome you. We want you here. We want to bring you in the fold. We love what you did where you were. You were a beast playing us. However, you are our family, and this is what they're bringing into. I think Angie can play free, not having to carry the load. Yes, that's the beauty of her going to Atlanta. I love it. Gray finished fourth in MVP voting last season. Howard became the fastest player in WNBA history to score 300 three-pointers. Yes, 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 yes. Hillman was named sixth player of the year, and Jones was an all-star. This is the caliber team that she's going to. When four of your five starters just ate it up last year. I mean, they just get that look. They gave it out and they threw it in a circle and they took it. Hey, they were throwing in a circle and giving it out and they said, "I got it. I'm gonna grab it." And we took it. We're gonna take it. And that's just how it worked. The trade to Atlanta came after Reese expressed frustration late last season with Chicago on the way to a 10-34 finish. God, no, every time I see that number, whew, 34 losses, y'all. 34. Mind you, Dallas had 35, 36, I don't know, but it's still, whew, that's tough to swallow for any winner. She told Chicago Tribune the Sky needed to improve their roster and added she might have to move in a different direction and do what's best for me if that didn't happen. She later apologized to the team for the comments. The Sky suspended Reese for half a game for commenting, deemed comments deemed detrimental to the team. The team held her out for its final three games with a back injury. Reese's speculation about her future in Chicago. Reese said the interest from the dream was mutual on both sides, and I was able to choose a destination I really wanted to go to. And that was, she means that by having a conversation with Jeff P. Right? I could imagine that conversation went, look, you're unhappy. This is what we're going to try and bring to the team, blah, 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 blah. But you still have her, in a sense, playing with the likes of Bam Bam, Rachel Banham, Williams, HBL, Camila Cardoso, to whom she doesn't mind playing with ever, and Maddie Westbell. So you still had 5 players, and not to mention number 6, which is Vandersloot. She still was going to return to 6 players on that team to whom she felt like didn't have a back then supporter and was basically pissed off at what she said, which was there was nothing wrong with what she said. If I'm a player and one of my teammates says something like that, you know what? I'm cool with it. You know why? Because I know who I am. I know what I bring to the team. However, I'm not going to be that player. I'm me personally. When I played, I was never that player that was just happy to just be playing. I was playing to win. Winning was in my blood. And if I didn't win, you can ask my family. One track meet, man, I was in the lead, and one girl came and passed me up in the open 400 right before the tape. I lost it. I was so livid. It was like, Coach, you might want to come get your player. I was in the middle of the field. I was screaming. I'm a winner. I'm about winning. So if I can't hold myself accountable and be angry at myself for doing something like that, let somebody come and catch me at the tape, in the 400, when I clearly had to lead the entire race, I got a problem with that. In a basketball game, I go up and block a shot. The ref called a foul, which was clearly nothing but all ball, because you come down and the ball, you cuff the ball. You come down with the ball in your hand, but you got called for a foul, and you're like, what are you talking about? Yeah, there were problems before that. There were problems before, and you're right, T. Camilla. There was problems before Angel said what she said. And I'm a give you a brief synopsis of why there was a problem before Angel said what she said. It was the mere fact that they were okay with just being happy to be on the floor playing. Winning was not their biggest focus. And a player like Angel and Camilla gets pissed. So I'm sure something was said. How it was said, I don't know. But those players are at each other too, because I mean, let Rebecca Allen tell it. Rebecca Allen definitely gonna spill the tea. All you gotta do, somebody just ask her what was the block. She ain't gonna hold it, and nobody's gonna hold her accountable. They're just gonna let her talk. There's a number of things that went on, right? Angel will speak her mind. What you mean you happy with just playing? We just lost. What you excited about? Sir, this is your last one. You understand? Don't mess with that. No, this will be your last one for tonight, okay? Okay. It's your last one for tonight. I don't care what you're talking about. This little kid, he trying to reason with me, y'all. He trying to reason. Y'all ever see that little 3-year-old trying to reason with you about a lollipop? Okay, you okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful that you don't hurt yourself, okay?
I was saying,
Explain it to me, y'all. Oh, okay. All right. All right, buddy. You're trying to explain to me. But yes, there's so much going on. Like I said, Kia Nurse was talking about them doing each other's hair. Child, look, they could do each other's hair. Let me tell you something about women. If women know women, we know women, because we are women. Women can be so catty. One minute you could be doing my hair, somebody could say something in the room, and the whole room just shifts. And now, guess what? I'm gonna finish your hair, but I ain't got nothing else to say to you. I may not do your hair next time. But yeah, they did each other hair early on in the season, and it was great. And even thereafter, Angel is big. As you can see doing Team USA, what was she doing? What was she doing? She was helping people with their hair. Angel is a very caring, giving, loving person, and she just want to be filled with and around people filled with love, right? Just genuine behavior, not fake the funk behavior. And the biggest problem is Vandersloot for her. The other ones, Bam Bam, those guys, whatever, right? Bam Bam's good to come out and play the point because she's playing. She's playing a lot. Where she was, she couldn't even get off the bench, right? But Vandersloot comes in and this is what she wants, and she's gonna have to tend with that again. I don't want. If it was you and you had a choice to get out, would you have gotten out? I'm gonna get out. I'm not gonna play in that atmosphere, in that environment. I gotta go. And if I can go somewhere that's gonna benefit me, that's gonna help me, that's the team is gonna show me love, they're gonna have my back, they're gonna support me. That is what Atlanta Dream spells. They don't spell selfish behavior when it comes to stuff like that. Now, when we're on the floor and those guys, when Ryan has the ball in the hands, yeah, Ryan may not make that extra pass because she's looking to shoot it. But you got somebody like Angel now that's going to force her to pass that ball when she needs to pass that ball. I mean, that's just what it is, guys. It just depends on who you playing with, the dynamics of the team, and what they're going to bring forward. Ryan Howard, and it's already been said, Ryan Howard has been recruiting Angel since, I believe, the All-Star game, right? She has been recruiting her relentlessly. Team USA heavily recruiting, right? And doing so, look where we are. So if Ryan Howard fools with you like that, as they turn fuck with you like that, then guess what? Then you in there. That's just what it is. Ryan Howard don't fool with too many people on Alicia Gray like that, right? Alicia Gray is like that. She deals with everybody on the team. She loves everybody on the team. She loves Jordan Canada. Look at how her and Jordan Canada was when they were just trying to show Jordan Canada a lot of love when she was in the first year of Unrivaled. She did not come back the second season, but I mean, just look at how it went. She loved her teammates, right? And that's just who she is. Remind everybody, she's the same age as Angel, Camilla, you know, Becker, Cece. They're all the same age. She came out the year before Angel. She joined the W the year before Angel. So they're all around the same age. Yes, Angel will get her a lot of free shots. Angel gonna get a lot of them, a lot of free shots and a lot of second chances when they miss. So this is a good deal. I mean, it's not a good deal. It's a perfect deal for Angel. And anybody see it differently is wrong. And I'm going to tell you, everybody sees it the right way, except for Fuckboy. Y'all know who I'm talking about, who can't even stand the color of his own skin because he's so up somebody else's behind, right? And in doing so, you have all podcasters. There's all podcasters, besides the ones that only cheese for one player and not the entire W, have all come out and have said that this was the best, perfect move for Angel. How you doing, big girl? Welcome in the building. I see you. Anthony Sneed, I see you. Welcome in the building. We have to make sure, let's see, Reese, upstage the sky herself. Yeah. Hey. What you mean she sabotaged? You saying Reese sabotaged the sky and herself. Wow. Is that what we coming? Okay. If that's how you feel. She sabotaged them by putting and helping them win the games that they won with that they could not win when she was hurt. It's nice of you to come in here and say that. But we gonna move on from you because your comment that's the dumbest comment I've ever heard somebody say. To sabotage herself with a franchise that she was with that was a non-winning franchise and she's a winner. What player don't want to be with a winning team? So you might want to retract that dumbass statement. That's what I'm gonna call it. I ain't gonna call it a stupid statement. I'm gonna call it a dumbass statement. That's dumb if I've ever heard. That means you're not paying attention to the game. A player's gonna say what they gotta say when they feel some type of way, and they shouldn't be held to a particular standard because of it, right? When everyone else can say it, but she can't. So let's not do that. And don't come in here with that because that's false. That's false information. It's your opinion, but it's false information. I'm gonna tell you, it's false information. Nevertheless, um, but of course, again, general manager Pat Over basically said this is what's going to take place for Angel. This is the perfect place for her. We're going to run a lot of roll options. We got where she's going to be bringing the ball up. Everything that she wants to do, Angel's going to have the opportunity to do because the system that they run is built for a player like Angel Reese. Your opinion. Your opinion. What's going on? What's going on, ADP?
Hey, Toni.
How you doing?
Let me.
There you go. Let's get that. I love when people come and say players are role play. I guess we could say that would be a role player to Azurá Stevenson over there. She was a role player, but yet she led the team. She's a role player, but yet she had the double-double and 2 triple-doubles in a season. Almost led the team just about in assists. And the actual franchise, she was a hell of a role player then. She was a hell of a role player. She's one hell of a role player. Thank you for that. We love role players like that. As a role player, you're going to give me that and you're going to put yourself in the history books and you're going to be forever known. Sure, I'll take that title.
I know that's right.
I'll take that title. Why you can't get what link, big dog? You need the link?
You have not. You ask not. Is that how it go? You ask not. You have not.
Yeah. So I mean, we're not here for the shenanigans. I want people with true analysis, not someone here that's here to just vitriol. Because at the end of the day, we want to make sure that we're giving a true analysis. We're not going to sugarcoat something about a player. The franchise player who was supposed to be the franchise player, just when Angel was out for, what was that, 13 games? 11, 12, 13 games? They won one. 1 out of 13 with that franchise player. So let's not, look, we can go through this over and over again because the franchise player had the opportunity to take those 13 games that Angel was nowhere in sight to play and show what she got and lead her team. Instead, she let a role player do it. Yeah, we're not here for that. Let's talk real basketball analysis. We talking out the side of our neck, but we're just talking about this girl ain't nothing but a role player. Stop that. If that's the case, everybody's a role player. If that's the case, CeCe's a role player. If that's the case, everybody's a role player. Greetings. What's going on, Mr. Johnson? I'm glad you're in the building. Hey, y'all come in the building. Make sure you hit the like button. We are not going to come up in here. We're not diminishing anybody. We are here to uplift players in the positions in which they're in and the teams that they move to. If you are here for the nonsense, I am telling you, hey, mods, I'm not saying get them up out of here, but handle your business. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. You had players that had an opportunity to show her that she was nothing but a role player, and they did it. So we're not going to talk about that. Moving right along. Let's get back to Atlanta Dream as a whole. Right? And I read that article. And since I read that article, let me go ahead now and get the video up. I want to just let that video run for you guys so you can see it. Yeah, I won't. Thank you. I appreciate that, big whooping. I got you. Yeah, that's done. I appreciate you. I want to show this, man, because this here is nothing but sheer love. When you talk
Mm-hmm.
about the love game, and I want to give the full interview because one, I pulled
Oh,
up
that's
on
nice. Yeah.
Perez, and it was partial. It was part of the interview. Let's give the full interview because we're not here for that. Oh, and I definitely got a video coming with CC's name on it. I just
Uh-oh.
want you to know I don't sugarcoat nothing from nobody. We gonna talk about it. Facts are the facts. So if that's what we're
Ooh.
here for, you come on back for that video, and we can have all the conversation you want.
Oh, snap.
Here it is. Yeah, yeah, we can have all the conversation you want, baby.
Toni said she not playing with y'all. We're gonna have a good
You
season.
baby. We're gonna have a good season. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let me get to it. Let me share it. It's right here. Now put it on big, y'all. Put it on big. Let's put it on stage. There we go. We're gonna start with the very beginning, just them getting together. And of course, Angel had just flew in, and this is what they did together as a team. Let me hit play. Come on.
Hey guys, it's Atlanta Dream, and we're back.
Interest in Angel. What did you see last year that made you feel like this was someone new to the team? And then what can you do as a coach to help her? What do you envision for her offensive game, playmaking, scoring?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you see the skill set and all the talent and her ability last year to be able to drive, make decisions on penetration, to go along with the defense and rebounding. But we plan on utilizing her. We create a lot of space and a lot of movement, so there's going to be a lot of opportunities to either score off cuts or invert some pick and rolls. One thing I like is players who can play either side of a ball screen, and I think she's going to be capable of that. Defensive plays to help lead transition. We can get out and transition more. But in truth, I want to sit down with Angel and kind of hear where she's coming from. This is our first chance to really get to meet in person, face to face. And I want to hear what she thinks her strengths are and what she really wants to get better at. And, I want to be a coach that helps players achieve to their highest level and what they want to become. So we'll work together on a plan.
Atlanta speaks for itself. The culture here, the people here, you guys always make sure the games were packed. Even when I was on the other side, it felt like a home game. I mean, the atmosphere, just being around your people. I mean, I love just being able to be here and feel loved and feel like the support is endless, and not just for me, but for everybody. Like, they've done a lot of great things. I don't want this just to be on me. I wanted to come here because they were here, and I'm just here to add to it, and I'm just really grateful to be here.
How would you guys describe?
Yes, it's still going, y'all. It's still going. I want y'all to hear the whole video.
I mean, anytime Angel's been on the other side of the court, I think I've had about 30.
That's funny. I'll leave my mic down.
I feel like with the additional Angel being here, like I said, like I feel like she's the piece that we needed to get us over the hump. I feel like she's a great player, and I feel like in Atlanta, like she really can spread her wings and show all parts of her game. I mean, we all know she's one of the best rebounders in the league, but I feel like here in Atlanta, like we're able to show that she's more than a rebounder because Angel's a bucket. So.
Let's hear that again, y'all. She said what? Let's hear it again. Let's hear it again.
I feel like with the additional Angel being here, like Ross said, like I feel like she's the piece that we need to get us over the hump. I feel like she's a great player, and I feel like in Atlanta, like she really can spread her wings and show all parts of her game. I mean, we all know she's one of the best rebounders in the league, but I feel like here in Atlanta, like we're able to show that she's more than a rebounder because Angel's a bucket. So she'll get to show that here in
Hey,
Atlanta as well.
hey,
Right.
I just had to put my hands up, y'all. I just had to put my hands up. She's a what?
A
Hey, that's what I'm
bucket.
talking about.
And look, and then stutter.
And then stutter. Absolutely. No, big girl. That was some other nonsense. Yeah, no. Look, man. She said it best, right? To showcase this young woman's talent across the league with everything she has to offer is the most important thing for her. It's the most important thing for the league. It helps the league as well as the team she's on, right? Because if you could get the best out of a player like this, you can see much more happening. The even more the even keel, I would say, excitement. The matchups would be better. Her being able to just be free, carefree, to have that energy on the floor, even when she's playing. She's such a passionate player, and she likes to say things. She likes to dance. Like, let her be her. This is This is when you get the best out of your players, when you allow them to just be free and be themselves and don't hold them in a box. I love it. I mean, this is amazing. And like I said, they met her. They met her up with her as soon as she got off that plane. Guys, what better way not only to just have Ryan and Leash go, right? You had everybody, Ryan, Leash, Canada, Jones. I mean, they were all there for her. They were all starters were there. All starters wanted her. All of them agreed to it, including her wanting to be there. And that's a solid foundation. That's a solid foundation, y'all. You can't ask for to be on any other team other than that. I'm gonna tell you, I saw that in the Aces for a minute when Plum them were there, but for some reason they masked it very well, because you wouldn't have known that there was like any animosity coming from Plum. And I don't think it was animosity, guys. I just think that Plum wanted her own team, and she maybe at one point she thought she would be able to take over the team from Chelsea Gray.
Mm.
No, the next person to take over that team is Jackie Young, right? They groomed her for that. They allowed her to get better. They allowed her to work on her game. And that's the same thing we're seeing with AR, right? She's now with a team that's going to allow her to be herself and allow her to grow, because she's already that girl. She is going to be the biggest once she's able to be free and work on the areas of her game that is most important to her. And watching her put up, more than just 10 points or 15 points every other game, right? Maybe a 20 piece here, maybe 12 there. You're going to see her do something consistently that you haven't seen her do in the first 2 years, because she just haven't had the space or the place to do it. She wasn't comfortable with being able to do it because of the atmosphere was there. I think if Teaspoon would have had another year, we probably would have been able to see it. However, because Teaspoon let her work through her issues that she had with finishing at the rim in her first year. And I'm gonna tell y'all this about her first year. Angel was so nervous coming into the W. She literally said, I want to be stripped and I want to start from the bottom. Do you remember that, ADP? She literally said she wanted to be stripped and start from the bottom, right?
Yes, she
And
did.
and so coming to the W was stripping her of all her power from the basketball standpoint, and she wanted to come to where she had to earn her way and prove herself. So the first year, and Angel admitted it. She said it. I was so
Yeah.
nervous. I was so scared this year. I was really, really scared this year. So being scared and nervous can you will miss buckets, because then again Remember, she wasn't the tallest. She's only 6'3". She's tall, but she's not the tallest. Good job, buddy. She's not the tallest. So her too having to adjust herself because she's always been the tallest. She's always had to had the right of passage to do whatever she wanted to any player in the paint that she wanted to. Right? Now you're in a position where now you're the fighter. Now you're the one that's the underdog and got to figure out a way to get through it. And so that caused her, it was a cause and effect of her first year. So she had those mistakes, and those mistakes were going to be there, right? Did we wish it? Did we want it to be that many? No, but however, she grew from it, and the next year she came back, and she stood out well. She had the first 7-8 games that was booty. I mean, it was straight garbage. But we didn't know that she literally had surgery on her hand and was wearing a cast. It's a self-steel cast that it goes around the thumb, and I know because I had it while I was doing martial art. I tore all the ligaments in this hand, right around this thumb. I tore it all up. It's a self-steel cast that goes right around your thumb, and it sits and it snaps across here. But right here, this is stable and solid. So the black wrapping she had held it together so she wouldn't damage where she was stitched. I said that while I was watching the game, y'all. I said she has a cast on her hand. It's a self-steel cast, plastic hard self-steel cast on her hand. So she wasn't able to do the things that she wanted to do. However, that we're not going to use that as an excuse for the piss poor play that she had because there's other things she could have done, right? She could have taken a shot. There's a lot of times she was open, but not feeling confidence, not having plays built around what you needed to do for yourself to be effective, but just going along with the trend that they had set for you is just what it is, right? And then once P decide he gonna call her out that she has to do better, then what does she do? She said, "Forget this cast, forget that I had surgery, and I'm just gonna play. I'm just gonna play hard. I'm gonna give it all I got. I'm gonna leave it all on the floor every night." After that, the woman scored double doubles every single game. Okay. And at 2 of those games was a triple double. So you can't ask for more than that. And you can't say it enough for people in the back, right? I'm going to say people in the back of the room that aren't listening. People in the back of the room in the classroom, you know those backroom classroom kids, right? They don't never pay attention, and they're the ones that got an F in the class every day because they don't even know what the teacher said. They weren't paying attention. They weren't taking notes. They weren't following along, and they were the class clown. And they couldn't get no work done, so they had an F every day. And those are the ones that up here all the time trying to have a voice and talking negatively about this young woman's game. But that is not the case. Right now, here we are. You're going to see the best basketball that Angel can ever bring you. Because guess what? Now she's comfortable. Now she knows what she has. Now she knows she has a team around her that is going to support her in every move she makes on that floor. Hey, we all make mistakes. We all have things that we're going to do. Should we have waited for the one shot or the second shot? No. She's going to have an opportunity to just get in there and battle and get it done. If she needs to bring it up the floor, she's going to have the rights to do that. If they want her to take it to the cup, to the top of the key, she's going to have the right to do that. If she want to come out and take a jumper, she has the right to do that. This is an all-around player, and we want to see this all-around game, and that's going to be the beauty of what you're going to see with her right here in Chicago. I mean, Lord, cut me, y'all, in Atlanta, because I was getting ready to say Chicago. But site is Atlanta. Y'all know it. Right there in the ATL. And I'm telling you, I'm making my way to a game. But let's get back to the rest of this because I just thought that was so profound. And so again, for those that are in the back of the room, I'm going to give it to you one more time by the words of Alicia Gray. Let's get back to that piece. I'm gonna give it to you one more time.
I feel like with the addition of Angel being here, like Ross said, like I feel like she's the piece that we needed to get us over the hump. I feel like she's a great player, and I feel like in Atlanta, like she really can spread her wings and show all parts of her game. I mean, we all know she's one of the best rebounders in the league, but I feel like here in Atlanta, like we're able to show that she's more than a rebounder because Angel's a bucket. So she'll get to show that here in Atlanta as well.
Yes. There you go, dog. Look at it. Look at it. Let me turn off the music. Where's the sound? I didn't get the sound. Oh, there's the sound. I got it. Okay, she's back.
Yeah, luckily I was in a situation where it was mutual on both sides, and I was able to choose a destination that I really wanted to go to. I was able to see what Atlanta was able to do after 1 year, and bringing the core back, I didn't know, but I was really sure that they were going to come back because I felt like they loved each other. I could feel the sisterhood just on the court, off the court, and looking at them. Obviously, I've had a relationship with Ryan and Reese. She played against Nas, seeing her development and what they were able to do, see Bree Jones, and then see JC and Pow Pow. So it felt like the right situation for me. And I felt like I was able to come here and help the team in any way I could. Coaches and the GM that really believed in me was something that I was really, really wanting after my first 2 years, and I'm really, really excited to be here.
You know, we weren't just here for work, but we were here for family. And you have Angel talking about coming here for the people. You have Bree and Jay's talking about staying here for the people. Like, basketball is what we do to, make our money, to make our businesses, but you still need the support around you to want to feel wanted and, want to actually have fun at what you're doing. And so I think recruiting, yes, we still want to win. We still want to, have a lot of success, but it's easy when you actually genuinely care for the people that you're recruiting, and it shows. And it's not just a ploy to get them to come play with you.
Whoa, that was a mic drop. That was a mic drop.
Take that, freaking take that.
That was a shot and a mic drop, Toni. You know that, right?
You know that was a shot. We
didn't even expect that, right? At the end.
Yes. Yes. Didn't expect that.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't expect that. It is what it is. Let me tell you something. You heard what she said, right? It ain't nothing like being around. You say hi to everybody. Say hi.
Hi, young man. Look, Harvest just left, Toni. She just left.
Girl.
I had to take you to the playground. It was crazy.
Oh, here you go, big dog. Look, let me send it to you, big dog. I'm gonna send it to y'all. This link is for Big Dog and Miss D.
Okay.
Hold on, let me drop it in the link. I promise you, if someone else come up, it ain't that type of party. Don't be in your feelings if I don't click you from the back room.
Okay.
Don't play with that, buddy. That's gonna hurt you, okay? I don't want you messing with that. Leave that alone.
Let's see how much charge I got. Okay, I'm gonna put the charge up.
Don't mess with it. Don't mess with it. It's gonna hurt you, okay? I don't need you to help me fix it, okay? Go play with your toys. There you go. Let me get him up here. There you go. What's going on, big dog?
Hey, ladies, how are you? Good evening. I'm about to trigger a lot of your audience, so I want you to say what you got to say first before I start talking.
Nah, you good. That's why I invite you up here. But let me just get this last piece out. You saw what Ryan said at the end. What Ryan said at the end is all that Angel has asked for. She hasn't asked for anything, and that's not too much to ask from a teammate or from your organization. They want camaraderie. They want to be with players that support each other. They want to not only just say it, but you got to feel it, and you gotta go through the grind with each other, and don't start pointing fingers, right? You got to be able to have a family base, because you are literally playing with these women day in and day out, practicing, traveling. Everything that you do is with these women. So you gotta it has to feel like a home. It can't feel like you're being bounced every other game, or one player said this in a locker room and somebody said that. A little bit, buddy. Here's the iPad. I think this one's charged enough. You go ahead, big dog.
Okay, first things first. I'm amazed to see how many new Dream fans are out here now. For me, that's hilarious work.
Right.
Hilarious. That's number one. Number two, I live in Georgia, so I'm very happy Angel came here because now I get to actually see her play live and in person. I already done bought a ticket to the Mystics game. So
Hey,
I,
shoot.
I, I'm gonna get a couple of games in this year now that she's in my town. That's number two. Number three, for all you women in here that think Angel Reese is Magic Johnson, she is not. When you are the I'm sorry, baby. I ain't want to interrupt the baby.
No, he's
Um,
good. He's just meddling over here. He's just touching everything
okay,
possible. That's what 3-year-olds do. They touch everything.
okay. Angel Reese don't have to average a triple double to be effective, y'all.
Right.
When you are the greatest at something, you supposed to play to that.
Yeah.
Easily, Angel Reese is the greatest rebounding big ever to play in the W. It just makes basketball sense to play to that. Why give her 20 shots a game when she don't need 20 shots a game when you got 4 other people on that team who could put the ball in the basket? You don't need Angel Reese to average 20 points a game to be effective. She has the opportunity this year to be the first woman ever to average, not get 20 rebounds, but to average 20 rebounds a game. You know how huge that would be? You
That's
know how
very huge.
historic that would be? And she's on a team that could contend for a championship. So y'all arguing with me talking about, well, Angel Reese could do this and Angel Reese could do that. She's a playmaker. She's a scorer. Nah, why she got to be all of that? Let her play to her strength and let Ryan Howard and Pow Pow and Alicia Gray. These are all stars. Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard. These are all stars.
Yeah.
You don't need Angel Reese to give you 25 points a game for them to be effective. You don't need
No,
all that out of her.
you have shooters, big dog. You got shooters. That's what they got the shooters in, like you just said. They got the shooters in Ryan Howard and then Alicia Gray. You got the speed in your point guard and Jordan
Right,
Canada.
in Canada and Pow Pow, listen, all Angel Reese really got to do, she's going to be open a whole lot this year. Little do y'all know, Ryan Howard is going to create so many open shots for Angel Reese. Alicia Gray is going to create so many open shots for Angel Reese in that mid post. Angel Reese just got to take the damn shot. You know how many times last year I yelled at the TV because I watched Angel Reese from 15 feet out pass the ball instead of just taking the open shot?
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? She got to shoot the damn ball. If you 13 feet from the basket and you're a 70% shooter from the foul line, there is no reason why you don't shoot that basketball. No reason at all. And I don't care what none of y'all say. There's no reason for that. Tell me I'm lying, Toni. Tell me.
No,
I'll wait.
if you open, I mean that's how basketball is played. If you open, you take the shot, right?
Right. She has to take
that's
that shot.
basketball.
And on top of that, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but and on top of that, what people forget about Angel Reese, not only is she the greatest rebounder the W has ever seen, she's also the best screener the W has right now.
Yes, you do.
You understand what I'm saying? Angel Reese picks are beyond this world. She put women on the floor. You know how many open shots she gonna create just her setting screens? Like there's so much other stuff Angel Reese can do at an elite level other than y'all wanting her to be Magic and get 10 assists a game and 10 rebounds and 20 points. She don't need to go through all of that. If she give you 10 points a game and 17 rebounds a game and maybe 3-4 assists a game, that's successful. They're gonna win if she do that. Know that. They're going to win. The point is to win the game. To win the game. That's the point. It's not about statistics. Russell Westbrook won the MVP in 2016 for averaging a triple-double. You know what happened to Russell Westbrook his MVP year? The Oklahoma City Thunder got knocked out in the first round, and all that meant nothing because they didn't win the game.
Right.
The point is to win the damn game. And now she's on a team that could win the damn game. Y'all should be happy for her.
Look at what you just said. Keyword, right? She's a winner. She want to win. So whatever it takes that she has to do for them to win, she's gonna do. That's out of her own mouth. We all know that. I think that we have some people that love this situation for Angel so much. They just want to see her do that, but she doesn't have to do that, guys, because you know why? She's gonna get it quietly with a team like this. With a team like Chicago, she had to be bold. She had to be beautiful. She had to stand out. Here, she doesn't have to. So I totally agree with you with that, Big Dog.
All right, well, let's go through the progressions, right? Year one, Angel Reese. She was already the greatest rebounder. Come out the gate, she was the greatest rebounder. But year one, Angel Reese couldn't get you a bucket. Year two, Angel Reese, however, was able to put her shoulder down and get to the rack and get you a bucket. She just was unwilling to shoot the mid-range. Now, year three, Angel Reese is going to have all this space in the mid-range because Ryan Howard's going to attract people. Alicia Gray is going to attract people. She's going to be setting screens left and right. She's going to be open for a lot of pick and pops, a lot of them. All she got to do is shoot the damn ball. Just shoot the damn ball, Angel Reese. Even if it don't go in, you still have to shoot the damn ball.
She's ready this year, Big Dog. She's ready. So that goes back to what I was saying earlier, right? Like we wanted Angel to do that so much at the beginning of the season last year. But like I was explaining to everybody, just the sheer fact that she has surgery on her hand and not even less than 2 weeks she's on the court and she has to play because it's important for her to play because she's the biggest piece of Chicago Sky at that time and has to play. So it makes it difficult for her to think outside of, okay, I'm open and I need to take the shot. Don't worry about my grandson and his little motorcycle. It's difficult at that point. Should she have taken it? Yes, she did it. But we just got to worry about this year being a new progressional year for her. Not only that, I mean, you got new team, you got growth, right? You got players around you, you have growth. You have shooters around you, you have growth. You have the guards you need around you, you have growth. So having all of those things, just what you want to see her do, shoot the ball. She's going to shoot the ball and she's going to build that confidence to do it. I have no doubt in it.
Yeah, because everybody game is going to expand. Like, the WNBA is getting faster. The pace of play is more three-pointers being shot. So she's going to have a whole bunch of space to operate. She's going to have a ton of space to operate. And again, she don't need to put up 20 shots a game to be effective. She really don't. Angel Reese has always got it out the mud, and she's been doing it like that for a minute and very successful, I might add. She was on a team where she had to carry the whole load, and it didn't suit her well, having to carry a bum-ass Chicago Sky team. Let's call ace of eights and a spade a spade. They won 8 games, 9 games, right? As good as Angel Reese was, matter of fact, Angel Reese had a 15-game stretch before the All-Star break where you could say she was arguably the best player in the league.
Yes, because she showed it. That's when Jeff P called her out after game 8. So, game 9, he called her out right after they lost game 9. He called her out in game 10. She came out and she crushed it ever since.
And as good as Angel Reese was during that stretch, they only won 3 games out of that 15. As great as she was. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't matter how many points you put up if you're not going to win the game. Now, to the other point, the dude that said Angel Reese being a role player, he don't know what he talking about. Angel Reese is not nobody's role player.
Yeah.
That's crazy work. And if she's a role player, she's like Manu Ginobili if she's a damn role player.
She's the best role player I've ever seen. That's why I say that. Like,
yeah. But she's nobody role player. But on the Dream, she does not have to be the franchise that all of y'all want her to be. She don't have to be that, y'all. Like, Let her be her. Let her play to her strengths, and the rest of it is gonna come. The offense is gonna come because she's gonna be open. It's not like that Angel Reese is gonna get double teamed when she get the ball. She's not Asia Wilson. She's not Fee Collier, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to be getting, having doubles ran at her on the offensive end. The key is the doubles on the defensive end, because if y'all notice, anytime Angel Reese is in the paint, she got 2-3 women following her around. But with Brianna Jones there and Ryan Howard there, you can't run 2-3 women to the fucking boards like that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Well, look, just the dynamics of the teams, right? And I wouldn't get too caught up in that, right? Why? Because again, it's two different teams. We know what she had to do while she was there in Chicago, right? What her role had to become, because as she's trying to mimic the plays and run the plays as they wanted them executed, they just didn't work. But she's in another position where I'm gonna tell you right now, Ryan Howard and Alicia Gray gonna make sure she's good, just like they make sure Nas is good.
Listen,
She is
she's
gonna
going to
have
be
a lot
good.
of things that's gonna be open and event. Yes, will she be a franchise player at some point? Yes.
Yeah, of course she is at
No.
some point, but
But we
right
have to
now
let it
ain't that
grow,
point.
because I mean it's the same thing with Asia. Asia had to grow into it. Again, they want Camilla to be it. Camilla has to grow in it. Everybody has to grow in it, including CC. CC really isn't Angel. I mean, CC really isn't, but she is just, she will eventually get there. That's what they want for her right away. But people got to understand, they just got to wait. There's no more lollipops, no sir.
Yeah, and to the point, I don't care about what was said at no damn press conference. I could care less about a press conference. What I care about is what we're going to see on the court. And on the court, if they smart, they will let Angel Reese play to her strengths and take off some of that offensive load that she had to carry last year. Why you think she keep getting hurt? Ain't the main point to keep her on the floor? She can't stay on the floor if she got to carry the load. We done seen that 2 straight years now. Her carrying the load, her body can't hold up to that.
Well, here's what I say to that, big dog. It's not so much as her having to carry the load. It's what Angel is going to demand of herself, right? It's not about that. Angel holds high expectations for herself. And so you're going to see her do some things that she wants to do because that's the standard for herself. Will she need it? No. When she doesn't need it, she's going to be fine. When she needs it, she knows she has it in her back hip pocket, right? So we're going to see those things. I don't see much of her changing, right? I don't see her changing from doing those things because that is just who she is. Because that is just who she is, and that's how she plays the game. And I think there's room for her to maneuver the way she likes to play, as the coach and the GM has alluded to. And we know that sometimes they say things to say things. I want to give these guys an opportunity because this is our first time playing for them, and say that they're going to honor what they're going to say. And I think that they're pretty genuine because they did it for Leash and Gray. I mean, they did it for Leash and they did it for Howard, right? They
Yeah.
allowed Pow to come off and do her thing. This is a team where everybody has an opportunity to just really be free and be themselves. And with Angel being free and being themselves, and this is where I think the disconnect is probably coming from you in the chat. With her being as free as she is and how she plays, you're going to see her still do those intangibles because that is just who she is. She's still going to find a way to embed that and incorporate that in her game because that is just how she plays. She's played that way in college. She played that way in high school. The key thing for you is, does she have to know, because she got players surrounding her, right? We
Right.
know
And
that. So
that's my only point. We don't need
she's
Angel
gonna
Reese
work
to
with
be
that.
God.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
just need Angel
we
Reese
just
to
gonna
be
wait and
Angel
see how it
Reese.
goes. We're gonna watch them play, and we're gonna see how it goes and how they incorporate them things. Let me see how they incorporate themselves, and they go and they have fun.
Well, yeah, that's the main thing is them having fun. And if you look at the Dream roster, they got a very balanced team.
Yeah.
They got people on their team who could do a little bit of everything. So Angel Reese don't have to do everything. She just got to play her part.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be fine. Remember, this is a team that won 30 games last year without Angel Reese. So you think they're gonna win less than 30 games this year with her? Absolutely not. Angel Reese is an upgrade for that team. They could win 35 games this year at least. So I'm very happy for her. I'm happy she's on a team that she could actually contend for a title with. That was my main thing. Get her away from the trash ass Sky and put her on a team where she could actually win.
Right. Let me get
And now she's on a team that she could actually win.
Yeah,
And I'm happy for her for that.
I'm not sure if Toni sees me.
There you go. I see you. I see you. What's going on, MSL?
Hey,
Hey, can you hear me, Toni?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, I guess this is my first time, but this is the first time on YouTube, period. Because I heard this person. What's going on, Toni? What's going on, sweet Toni?
Hey, Toni, that's me, man. We've been having some chit-chat.
Yeah, man, we've been having.
It's good to hear your voice.
I know, right?
And what's up, ADP? What's going on, ADP?
What's up, MSL? What's up?
And what's up, little dog? Little dog. What's up, little dog? What's up? What's up, Pow Pow?
Hey,
what up,
watch
y'all?
your mouth. You don't know me, bro.
Go ahead.
No, but you know what? If I'm allowed to talk, because I'm hearing echo. If I'm allowed to talk, I'm gonna make a bold statement and back it up. Is he still talking, Toni? Because I'm hearing crosstalk.
No.
Okay, you. I'm getting an echo. I know what it is. It's
you hear
an
my
echo.
Grandson in the back.
I'm gonna have to try to ignore it. I'm getting an echo on my end. Yeah, this is weird. I'm getting like an echo when I talk.
You want to try to go down and come back?
Yeah.
Tell him make sure he closes.
So sign off and then come back in. You're saying, Toni?
You know what? If you're on the live,
or should I listen to the TV and take off the headset?
No. So mute your TV. Mute your TV. Because then you can hear that echo will go away.
No, the TV is muted now, and I have the headset hooked up to my computer, but I'm getting an echo like a few seconds after I talk.
Do you have something else open on your computer?
Let me sign off and try to come back in, so y'all can keep talking.
Yeah, do that. Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
go
just
ahead,
real quick.
Let me let ADP. What you got, ADP? You amen, and what you got?
Well, Angel, I remember Angel saying herself that she wanted to be able to take more shots and not just, you know what I'm saying, not just rebound. She want to be able to take those shots. She want to get into the position and doing her middies on a regular, doing half court, and look, 3-point shooting too, right? So she wants that too to add to her game. Angel wants to add to her game, not take away.
And just real quick, I came up here to talk basketball. I ain't come up here for the disrespect. So MSL, you don't know me in real life, dude. I take your head off. Don't come up here with that. If you're going to talk basketball and leave it at the basketball. Save their personal attacks for you and yours. You know what I'm saying?
I think he was joking, but yeah, if that offend you, I'll talk to him about it when he comes back. One more time, I'm gonna toss it. Yeah. I saw something in the chat about defense, that we talked a lot about offense, and we can most surely bring in the defense. It ain't much that I really truly can say on her defense, because she's a defensive block, right? She's a defensive beast. She basically controls the boards defensively, right? Even when she's playing at the top and she's getting the steals. When you know a person's game, and I think they said it well doing this Unrivaled when she came back in Unrivaled, and that game she played and she stole the ball. and they called it a foul. When you know the player and you know what they do and what's their key balance of their defense, you don't make those type of calls, especially when clearly it's really not a foul. So that's the thing. I like that you brought that up in the chat. I appreciate that. You okay, buddy? I'm sorry. It's okay. Yeah.
Oh, Tony, I meant to ask you a question before
Go
I
ahead.
go back in your chat. What do you think about all these contracts? $6 million for Aaliyah Boston, $5 million for Asia Wilson. Isn't this what we wanted for the women to get
This
paid
is
millions of dollars, and now we getting it?
yeah. Now we get that's the key piece, right? You playing pay players. I can't get my words out. Paying players for what they are worth is exactly what we wanted, and it is the absolute most important thing, right? You cannot absolutely think that you can continue to allow these players to play and bring you what they bringing you and it not be of worth. It is important that we do that. Why? Because I'm gonna tell you again, and people that have been around know that you've heard me say that I've been in that industry. I know what it's like. These ladies, their bodies go through so much, they hurt themselves, and there's no uh, balance for them. There's no income there based after that. If they're done with the remainder of the year, they have hospital bills. They pay some of the bill, but not all the bill. I mean, it's just so much that go on. Having the contract and the deal that they have now that pays them what they're worth for putting their bodies through what they sacrifice and put their bodies through, just like the males, right? They're being able to, and I'm gonna say this because this goes to AZ Fudd because I'm gonna bring that up to being able to answer questions that some deemed aren't deemed to be answered. If the males can answer it, so can the women. And it's something that's what it is. I don't care if it's a rookie or not. I like AZ Fudd. I think that she's gonna do amazing things in the league if she can sustain, right? You can't come in the league and be soft because this is not a soft league. This is grown ass women, and you got to play grown ass basketball. But doing that, you go through a lot, and you have to be able to pay these women with their worth so they can be comfortable. They can get some of the better care than what they're receiving because their pockets can only hold so much. They have a way to uh, invest and save money and have a better way of living. Just a bunch of things that they're able to get now. I think there's a cost in there for housing that they were once going to take out, but I think there's a piece in there that is about housing, um, rental vehicles, just different things like that. These are all things that the men are able to get, and we want to make sure that the women are getting the same thing, and it's extremely important. So I'm glad you brought that up and asked that question because we just have to not sit here and take a seat and sit back when questions are asked or players are asked to do certain things and then they choose not to do them or they can't do them or vice versa, given
Mhm.
for whatever reason. It's kind of important.
Well, we all have been clamoring for them to get their money for years now. And I'm just really thrilled that they're finally getting the contracts that they deserve. So my question to you is this, Tony. Who gets the first $10 million contract? Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark?
If we had to give it to the political side of the house, it's going to go to Caitlin Clark. But if you give it to the true factual player, it's going to go to Angel Reese.
Okay. We think Asia Wilson fits. I know she just signed her $5 million deal, but you think in the works she'll probably get 15, 20 by the time her career ends. She'll be at 15, 20 million. I think Asia Wilson. If anybody gets that high, it'll be her.
Right. I'm sorry, Felicia. I'm so sorry. Look at this, y'all. Let me give it up for the super chat. Hey, where's my I got something for it. I got something for it, Felicia. Thank you so much, Felicia. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you for the $5 super chat, says Tony. Tony, play the video I sent you from what she said. It sounds like she wasn't given the okay to take shots. Nobody want her to be Magic. Why you mad? Okay, let me look at it. You sent it to me in my
I'm
DM.
not mad. I might sound mad because I'm a New Yorker and that we just
Yeah,
sound
New
angry
Yorkers
all of
have
the
a
time.
strong accent. Look, I already know that. Look, I dated a guy from Jersey when I was stationed in Korea. I was so look, I don't want to say like I was afraid of like I was afraid to date him. Like I loved dating him, but he like scared me because he was so passionate about everything. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Guys,
that's
that's
all it is.
upstate. That's upstate for
I'm
you.
just passionate. I'm not
y'all
angry at
are
all.
very passionate. So y'all please do
Same
not
thing with
take his
Brooke.
dog like that. He is just very passionate when he talks. I understand that. I know that. That's one of those key things with traveling the world and being around people. But I'll tell you, I adored that guy, boy. We just and you know how military life is. You know, you move away and then distance happens. When you sent it to me, I'm looking, Felicia. I'm looking. This where you sent it, what you sent it to me in? We don't want to hear about you date stories about lame ass New Jersey. Hey, don't be talking about my hey, that was my heart. You have no idea. It just look,
Goon, what?
I moved from Korea. Goon think I'm his girl. I ain't worried about Goon. Goon is
Oh
funny. Where you send
no,
it? Let's see, DM and in Instagram. You know what? Let me go to my email because it might be there. Let's see. Let me get to it. Let me get to it. I gotta catch up to speed.
And ADP, I meant to ask you too while you up here, do you think the Dream could make a finals run this year?
of course they will. They will make the finals. I
I
think
don't think
so.
they getting past the Liberty though, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, okay. We'll see.
That's his
We'll
team.
you know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know,
Hey,
it's
drop it.
going
Can you drop it in here for me? Drop the link
it's
in
gonna
here.
depend on team chemistry and then who wants to eat the most. That's what it's gonna depend on. Because
Instagram and
look,
TikTok.
everything
Okay,
looking good on
let me go to
paper,
TikTok.
but I can tell you the Liberty and the Dream for sure, they got it going on.
Yeah,
That
I
ain't
know.
just
Don't
on
nobody
paper.
want to
That
talk
ain't
about my Liberty, but the Liberty,
that's not
you
just on
got four
paper.
All-Stars on the floor at the same time. That's going to be a crazy look, especially if they get the gelling. And I don't know if you heard today, they just signed Breonna Stewart and
Yeah,
Sabrina Ionescu the long-term contract. So that core is
yeah. They
set
got
now.
3 year. They got 3 year contracts.
Yeah, so the core for the Liberty is set now in stone for at least the next 3 years. So
I hear Reese.
it's gonna be very interesting to watch.
It is. It is for all these teams. It's going to be very interesting because you can have a stacked team
I'm
full of
looking. I
dogs
don't
and
see it,
still
Felicia.
may not make it to the playoffs. So it's going to depend on who wants to eat the most. And don't sleep on
Yeah, I'm gonna
Toronto.
send it. I'm gonna send a link to you, bro, Clark.
I won't sleep on Toronto because Sandy up to something. She too quiet for me.
Let me tell you something. Sandy made some moves that Sandy to me. Sandy is a very a good winning coach, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure that people understand that Sandy by no means is going to take anything sitting down how she was removed. She's not going to take anything sitting down how she was removed from New York.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I thought okay. See, now we in this new year. You got to run that back. So Sandy didn't just leave. So was that when they
No.
had that press of Toni and her and Stewie was shocked? You remember that?
Yeah.
So they didn't know. They neither one of them knew at that time. They didn't know.
No. Remember.
Oh man, that's cold.
The players was like, what? When
Right,
they
I
asked
remember.
that question, they didn't know. They didn't know.
That's
Of course
crazy.
they knew. I think they knew all along, but that's another story. That's more
She coming back for something. She
conspiracy
too
than
quiet.
anything else.
Yes, Look, man, y'all got Satu Sabli, man. I- you know, Satu always wanted to play with Angel. Unfortunate. Hey, I'm not gonna say nothing else. I just think where Angel at is just amazing. I'm good with
Yes.
it. I'm cool with it. She's just a player that everybody wants to play with. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that about the league right now. That they know who they can turn to when they need somebody if the player is available, right? So
Right.
that's a
Right.
key piece. I love that. I just love it.
And Tony, I've
I'm
been
sorry,
saying
I
this
don't
too.
see it. It's gonna probably hit me late, Felicia, because I looked at both and I don't see it.
Yeah, sometimes they do when you send it to when they
Yeah,
send
my
it to the
stuff is
IG and stuff.
like delayed.
But also too, Tony, I said this on my live.
Royal.
I said Angel is gonna be the one that bring more. Well, she always brings out more out of the players, but that Ron Howard, you're gonna see a balance of
Okay.
that tone and that too. Watch.
Oh, okay. Did you?
And she's in the mecca of music too. Angel Reese gonna be in a lot of people music
Oh, okay.
videos.
All right
The
then.
ticket prices here done skyrocketed 200% ever since the trade. It's gonna be crazy work out here in the ATL.
Well, and Jordan Canada is coming out with her
Okay, let me
music.
do
So
that.
what better way to like have, Angel up there. You know what I'm saying? You just never know. Cause she's working on some stuff too, Jordan Canada.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's a
Going from there,
win-win for Angel either way. That's what I care
Oh
about. It's
yeah,
a
of course.
win-win for
Of
her.
course. Of course. She's already surrounded. The minute they knew Angel was coming, everybody was talking. She protected. She ain't got to worry about nothing up in the A. I promise you, she don't. Because one thing about ATL, they take care of their own. They don't play. So
Right.
she's gonna be well. She gonna have her security, but she also gonna be well taken care of. Like I was saying earlier, you know how the rappers go to different states and they covered. They can't be touched. Like you know how the music Bro Cloud can vouch for that, where they can go to different states and be like, okay, don't mess with them. You know what I mean? So
Are you
I
gonna
think
catch a game this year, ADP?
oh yeah, me and She Wiz, we're gonna sit down and see what games we're gonna go to. We gotta sit down because they got a lot of games.
Yeah,
So
they
Yeah.
do, but the prices are really crazy now. Like the
Yeah.
Mystics ticket I bought, that shit was $160. Know what I'm
Oh,
saying? So,
dang.
now, mind you,
well,
this
look,
same ticket last year was only $35.
yeah, I know. BD, I'm just walking on faith. I already told the Lord that I need my tickets and I'm gonna have my tickets, so I'm gonna be at some games. That's all I can say. Look, because life is real, bills is real, but hey, I don't ask for a lot, and these games are gonna be my special treats. So look, I don't see my little stash yet, but I'm getting my tickets. So
Yes,
yeah,
indeed. Y'all keep talking. I'm trying to make Felicia a mod. Hold on.
But yeah, Tone, they got a lot of games. I was looking at the list. That's why I was telling me and She Wiz, we're gonna look and see. And I know you guys said y'all probably come this way to like a couple of games, so it's gonna be good. We don't never know who we gonna see this year. Yeah, it's gonna be
I know.
exciting because we got a lot of
So
people
that
here.
it's gonna get packed, and
Yeah,
I have a referee buddy that I'm trying to. Man, she's trying to work her magic, but she like, good God. I'm like, I know. I know. Like, just do what you can, find it, make it happen.
yeah,
I'm
right.
telling you, rob Peter to pay Paul. I need a ticket.
You need a ticket.
Peter to pay Paul.
I said I gotta put on my second voice so I
Okay.
can get my.
I made you a mod. I made you a mod, Camilla and Felicia.
Hey, Williams.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going
Okay,
on?
MSL.
I see you, MSL. You back? Is the echo gone?
All right, how y'all doing?
We're good.
We good.
Yeah, I finally don't got the echo. I've been, it's funny because with all due respect to Big Dog, I mean, just to make an intro, because I know you've been involved in basketball yourself, Toni, but just so you know, I played high school, I played a little college. I was also an agent and a scout, over the years back in the day as well, along with watching ball. And I don't say that to say I'm better than anyone else. I just say it to give perspective, just like when you watch basketball, I watch basketball, and you see it over the years, right? So in regards to Angel and LSU, right? We all know she was the number 1 or 2 player coming out of high school, depending on how you want to look at it. We all know she was a wing when she came out of high school. She went to Maryland. She averaged 17.8 points a game her freshman year. That she broke her foot, and the average fell to about 10. She came back with almost 18 her second year, etc. She transferred to LSU, averaged 23 points, 15 rebounds, and then they brought in the other players. She averaged about 18 and change. And then because they brought in Anissa and the other players, her average went down, which she willingly did, etc. And we know what happened when she came into the WNBA. But what I find interesting is I've never seen a second-year player that's judged like someone who's been in the league for 10 years. She averaged 15 points a game last year. And if y'all remember her season, in the beginning of the season, she came off wrist surgery and she averaged about 9 points. So that dragged her average down. Then when Jeff made that comment and Vandersloot got hurt, then all of a sudden she averaged approximately the last 20 games, about 17, 18 points a game. And then the last 10 games, because I know this big dog said she was hurt. Let's be real. She may have been hurt, maybe she wasn't hurt, but obviously Jeff doing what he did and them suspending her a half game, that pretty much shut the rest of the season down for her. And if you remember the way she was going then, she would have probably averaged about 16, 17 points a game if she would have kept playing, because she was pretty much scoring between 17 and 22 points in that stretch. And I think this is what the coaches see. This is what the people who really watch her see. So it's like a disconnect conversation. You got people sitting here saying, oh, she's a role player, she's a this, she's a that. When we sit here, because if you watch the games, right, as we all know, Angel is pretty much a team player, and she kind of lays in the cut, right, and tries to listen to Tyler Marsh and the nonsense he's doing and all this other stuff. But then eventually, and she'll watch Uzon and Bantam do all the nonsense they do. But somewhere in the game, and I got a game for Big Dog when you want to talk about role player, that Golden State game last year, right? She took over that game like she's done many games as one of the top 3 fourth quarter scorers in the WNBA. They backed off of her. Boom, she hits a 3-pointer. She does a defensive move, grabs a rebound, goes coast to coast, dribbles through 3 or 4 defenders, and lays it up. I mean, and she was doing that all in this stretch. This is what Smesko sees. And if you guys remember, I was texting you guys before in the chat saying when Smesko gets her, he already knows what he wants to do with her. And this is before he said it. Remember, I kept saying it. Smesko's going to give her the ball and say, do this.
Going at it, yeah.
Do this, that, because anyone who knows ball. Now, to address what Big Dog was saying with her shot, yes, we know she had a shot in Maryland. We know she had a shot in practice, but she doesn't take it during the game. But that doesn't bother me, because I always used to say to people, Toni and ADP, if you want to have Angel's game make sense to people, if you look at Angel more as an AT type, then all of a sudden her game makes sense. But the difference is she's more athletic than AT, and she'll probably will be a better scorer than she's like a more athletic, better scoring version of AT. Now, whether she turns out to be that way or not, we don't know, because AT at this stage is a better ball handler as far as, dribbling the ball, within the half court set, but we'll see what happens to Angel with that. I think Angel is a much better, more instinctive passer than AT, because if you flash open, Angel will give you the ball. Doesn't matter where you are on the court. If it's 180 degrees, she will get you the ball in a split second when you flash open. And that's the difference between a volume passer like AT or a volume passer like Caitlin Clark. Like, all Caitlin Clark fans think she's a great passer. She's not, because she can only pass when you're in front of her or through ball usage. But she can't pass on a cut or a flash. Angel will do that. Angel could be taking her shot. If you flash open, boom, you got the pass. And that's the difference in her game. So now, in regards to Big Dog and how she's going to do on the team, here's how I see it, right? Here's how I see it. They're going to need an inside-outside game with Angel. So on the block, they're going to pass her the ball, and Big Dog is right. She's going to have space to operate because of Leash, because of Jordan Canada, and because of Ryan. And if you watch any highlights or video of Angel, when she's one-on-one, she scores. In her first year, when everybody tried to laugh at her and play with her, one or two things happened. She got the ball under the backboard, and she didn't always know how to set her feet or pass the ball out. So she got her shot blocked. The other component was she didn't always handle the double and the triple team. Now, when Big Dog says she doesn't get double and triple team, that's not true for 3 reasons. Angel is very strong. She's very quick. And she's very fast, and she has moves. We saw those low post moves at LSU, but this is what I mean when people say they don't give grace to a first and second year player, because Boston looked fugly in the post her first year and her second year. It wasn't until this past season when Boston actually started to put her game together. But Angel doesn't get that grace. So now on this team, and I think this is what all people are afraid of, you put her on the low post. You put her on the low post one-on-one, she's going to score. She's going to fake you out of your shoes. She's going to go around you. She's going to do something to score. If you double or triple her, then boom, it goes to Ryan. Boom, it goes to Lish. Boom, it goes to Ryan. It goes to Ryan Howard. Then on the high post, which is what Smesko was really like going crazy about, you give her the ball on the high post, she's going to hit the cutter, she's going to dump it off, or she's going to make her move, and she's going to find one of the shooters or find a low post person hanging out. So the way I look at it is, and I'll put this on the line right now for Big Dog. I'll put it on the line right now. I would not be shocked, and I've been texting this the last few days. I would not be shocked if she averaged 20 points, 11 to 12 rebounds, 5 to 7 assists, 2 steals, 1.5 blocks, and be top 3 in the MVP. Because if Smesko uses her the way he's saying he will, she's either going to score, get fouled, or pass the ball. That's it. And that's it. And anyone who watches Angel knows this. It's a no-brainer. And the last thing I'll say, because I know I've been talking, is I find it funny when people talk about Angel, they say rebound, 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 rebound. And anyone who watches Angel, that's the last thing we ever come up with. That's not the thing about her game that excites us. Not at all. Like you also, when Big Dog said she gonna average 20 rebounds, I said, I got to get on. I said, first of all, it's physically impossible to average 20 rebounds, especially on a good team like this. But how is that what you see? So I take that as a diss when they say, oh, if she plays her role right, she's going to average 20 rebounds. No, if she plays her role right, she's going to average between 14 and 20 points, between 5 and 7 assists, between 11 and 12 rebounds. She's going to average, have, last year she had 1.5 steals. She'll probably, because here's the thing, with Chicago, Big Dog brought up the load that wears her down. Well, here's the thing, when you're on a good team, you don't have to play as hard and do as many things, or you can play even harder, but because you can get rest for 8 minutes or 10 minutes, your minutes become more dynamic. So now she can go out there and dribble drive, right? Because she knows she's going to get the rest. When in Chicago, you may have to pace yourself. Now, so I don't see how, and what I think is going to happen is, and Leash kind of talked about it, if we know Angel the way we know Angel, we're not saying she's going to be the best or most dominant player in Atlanta, but we sure as hell would not be shocked if that happened, because just listening to what Smesko says, Smesko is like, yo, we got to get the ball in this girl's hands. And Big Dog is sitting here saying, well, is she Magic Johnson? No, she's not Magic Johnson at this stage, and I'll say this why. Because she hasn't played point guard since high school or whenever she played it. No, can she dribble in the half court all day? Whether it's her conditioning, I don't know. But Smesko called it right. It's dribble penetration. When she gets the ball and makes her move, she dribble penetrates. If you cut to the basket, if you flash open, if you trail her, if you follow her, she will get you the ball. That's what we're talking about. And it also allows her to play off the ball so Jordan Canada and people like that can do what they do. And that's the difference. She doesn't have to have the ball in her hand the whole game. But when she does have the ball and make her move, she'll find it. And or she could be on the high post like she did with Camilla and pass the ball. And the thing with Camilla, which made it so bogus, was I watched all these games and all these highlights, right? She's passing the ball to Camilla sometimes beyond the 3-point line. And someone like Fee is guarding Angel. So this thing about her not, that's just nonsense. Secondly, Angel was the only one who can get Camilla the ball, who can consistently get her the ball. No one else on the team can get her the balls, including the guards. So when Jeff said that, you knew that was total, complete nonsense. And Angel was the only one who wanted to get her the ball. The other ones were just chucking up shots so they could get a contract. So that comment made absolutely no sense, and Miller knew that as well. Matter of fact, we seen plays where Angel dribble penetrated and threw wraparound passes to Camilla and E. Will. Remember that pass against Dallas where she went in the lane and 3 people converge on us, as Big Dog say she don't get triple team. 3 people converge, and she threw an over-the-shoulder blind pass to E. Will for a layup. Or that one against LA when she was on the mid post and she caught the ball, looked around for the defense, and Ariel Atkins cut through and she threw like a whip around bounce pass, boom, and everybody's like, whoa, this is what Smesco sees. This is what Smesco is looking at. This is what Smesco is like, I cannot wait. And for Big Dog, a lot of us called this even before Smesco made his first speech. We was like, he is going to go crazy knowing what she can do. And it's kind of bad because when you're on Chicago, it's a terrible team. Nobody watches it. Nobody cares, or it gives them an excuse not to watch it. So what Leash was really saying, Tony, what Leash was really saying, ADP, what Leash was really saying, Felicia and Big Dog, was now you're on a big enough stage so nobody can fake the funk and say you didn't see her play. You didn't see her play. So now you can't come with these fake ass, whack, silly narratives saying she can't do this and she can't do this. And then here we are like keyboard warriors saying, no, like samurais, saying, no, she can, because you'll see it for yourself. And at that point, if you don't see it, if you don't acknowledge it, then you're just a damn fool.
Yeah. Well, may I respond? What I would say, hold on a second. I have listened to everybody. Can I go, Tony?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Okay.
So to the conclusion that MSL is saying, right? He broke every single inch of Angel's game down. True facts. Everything he just said, right? Man after my own true heart when it comes to the analysis of the game, right? Angel being pulled down by her waist against Lynx. With 3 players, and they played in slow motion, and that's when they decided they're going to start. That's when they're going to start calling games for her that they weren't giving her calls before, right? So we do have to recognize those things. We have to make sure that we're pointing those things
Tony,
out.
can I make a comment on that real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah, if you guys remember, in her first year, right? Now we can talk about the whole conspiracy stuff another time, but this certainly seemed like a conspiracy because at some point in the year, in her rookie season, they stopped giving her calls. Some people speculate that Seattle game where she scored 27 points and I think Kennedy scored like 31 and she had 3 3-pointers in that game or 2 3-pointers in that game. All of a sudden she couldn't get a call down low. Now I will agree that the refs were terrible against her in that stretch, but to be fair, and now I'm going to sound like Big Dog, but I would also acknowledge that at that point, yes, she should have pulled her game out the paint and started driving to the basket more or taking 10 or 12 footers because sitting down low. But I don't know what Teaspoon's scheme was at that particular time, so we can't say. Obviously, she had spoken with Teaspoon that she wanted to be a stretch 4 and she wanted to get out and shoot more. I don't know if she had that discussion with Tyler Marsh. But when Vandersloot went down, obviously she did the point forward thing. And then all of a sudden she was more on the perimeter. And she was almost strictly on the perimeter in her second year. That was a different dynamic. But it seems like ADP, too many people remember her because they see these silly videos of her just down low taking 2-foot shot. That's not her game. And that was not her game last year at all, and it wasn't even her full game in her first year. She actually took more jumpers in her rookie season than she did the past season. But the difference is though, ADP, because she had so much command of the ball in her second season, I think Angel, when things just got bad, she said screw it, and she just drove to the hole. So she either got the foul or she made or she made the basket or she made the pass. And that's the difference, Tony, and I know you know this from scouting ball back in the day. Most good ball handlers and passers, for the most part, can't shoot. And I'm not saying she can't, and I'm not saying she can't shoot, but I'm making this to make it a point. You know why? Because they can get to their spots. Right, because they can get to their spots. So they feel they don't need a shot because I can get to anywhere I want on the floor because I got a handle. And that's what happens a lot because they just go to the hole and score. So in Angel's sense, now you combine it with the fact to Big Dog that Angel is not someone who dribbles, runs into someone and don't know what to do. When Angel gets to a spot, if you're blocking her, then she's going to pass the ball to someone else or she's going to make the move. But she's not going to pass it just to pass it. She's going to pass it usually that leads to a basket. And I don't understand how people watch her game and don't see that. Because if you don't see that, then you're just being a hater. But yeah, she got a lot of bad calls in her rookie season, and that's what helped drive down that average. She wasn't getting the calls, and for whatever reason, the refs weren't giving her those calls.
I can tell you why. But before I tell you why, I'm gonna let Bro Claude go. He's been waiting patiently. Real quick. That's because remember they were trying to do the rookie of the year, right? And so when she's given the ring, she's on the line to actually be the favorite to win it, then you have to do some adjustments.
Fair enough, Toni, and I'll make you laugh. And I've texted this all the time, but I just want to say it since I'm on the air now. She never deserved that rookie of the year for this one reason. You cannot be a good player, mind you, a great player, if your coach has to substitute you at the end of games or in close games because they don't trust your half-court offense or they don't trust your half-court defense. And I saw too many games in CeCe's rookie season where sides benched her ass in fourth quarters. Steph White did the same thing, and then rumor had that she just said, you know what, we can't do this. Let's just bench your ass for the whole year and say you're injured because she don't really like her as a player. We know that. But the media, and the next time we're on, I'm going to break down the whole thing of Angel and CeCe from college and how it transpired and all the dirty work that was done behind the scenes and how we got here with CeCe.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to connect for that for sure.
But I know that's for another day.
So let me let Bro Claude get in here. Go ahead, Bro Claude. You've been waiting so.
What up, Bro Claude?
What's up? What's up, y'all? Okay, y'all. Everything that you said,
I got you, Big Dog. You right after Bro Clark. Go ahead.
Everything that you said is true, but under circumstances, right? What circumstance, Bro Clark? Okay, let's get to the meat part. Angel Reese can do everything that you just said, but you got to realize what team she's on. Okay. Angel Reese definitely is going to be able to be hurt. Okay. With Semesco. She's absolutely, you're 1000%. She's going to be able to be her. But I also disagree that she was becoming her, being able to get used to back into her bag of what she's already been done, already been proven. Angel can do cross between the leg, turn, spin move, go and slash to the basket. We even saw it so many different times. We just saw it in Maryland. We just saw it in LSU where she'd be at the 3-point line, then she end up in the middle slash layup. Okay, so we didn't saw that many times. I've been watching this kid, like, Sister Toni and everybody pretty much know. But what I do disagree with, this is not Chicago Sky. This is not Chicago Sky. All of what you hoping for her to do. She has Jordan Canada, which is a champion. She has Ryan Howard, which is a wing that has all of that bag that you said that we know the Angel has. Ryan Howard has it also, and then she's a lethal shooter. We have Alicia Gray she was the 4th runner-up in MVP, bro. You got to accumulate and count balls. You got to accumulate and count shots. You got
Bro Claude, if I can say something, the beauty of this though, if I can say something, Bro Claude.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, the beauty of this, bro. The beauty of this, bro, Claude, is, and you and I discussed this in text, on the live chat, but I'll say it to you. I'll say it to you in person. Now, here's the thing. That's the beauty of this, right? And because Angel herself, and I think this is what Smesco sees, right? Because of Angel's size, bro, Claude. Think about when Miller. Remember how she was the only one who can get the ball to Miller? That's for two reasons.
Absolutely.
Because
1000% correct.
One, because she's big and she knows what she's doing, and
See over the top.
because Chicago didn't have skilled guards that can get Miller the ball, right? But someone who's big like Angel, you can see over the defense. So if that person can handle the ball and can make passes, coaches are more likely to have them handle the ball. And the one thing that Angel has in her favor, and I think Smesco's seen this, Angel is not just a person that handles the ball that can pass. No, she makes instinctive passing, and Smesco even touched on about that a little. And because her passes are instinctive, I think they will allow her to make those decisions. And if she does make those decisions, one of three things is going to happen, bro, Claude. Let's say she scored 8 points, but if she has 12 assists and 10 rebounds, she's happy. If she scores 30 points, right, because they play her one-on-one the whole game, I don't think Leash is going to get mad. I don't think Ryan's going to get mad. They're just going to say that's the way the defense played. So what I'm saying to you, bro, Claude, is it all depends on how the defense plays, and we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if she's going to score 8 points or 12 assists, or she's going to go 30 points.
Yeah, that's my circumstance. See that now. See,
yeah, let's see how it plays out. We don't know.
Let me share that with you, because you're 1000% in line. And then of course Sister Toni know, because she and I, you know what I mean, and yourself, and we all played. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Chicago, so
hey,
Chicago, like on your promo, right? Chicago.
And ADP, you know. ADP is an analyst, and she's very detailed.
With that beautiful artwork.
So when you got an artist, when a person does artwork, they pay attention to detail. I was coming to you, ADP. I wasn't forgetting about you.
You was like everybody. Look, you was everybody playing ball and stuff.
I always have to give you the highlight, because what I tell you before, it's a hell of a thing to be able to be a creator, right?
Yeah.
You see things. You see things a little bit when you were able to paint a picture. That's a high IQ. You know that, right? I told you that before, right? So you could see things. So I'm finna paint a picture for you too. That's why I had you last, because I know you be detailing stuff. So the thing is that all of my people that's up here in the chat, Angel Reese is a team player. She cares about nothing but to win. She will do everything and defer to win, because she wants a championship. That's what the goal is with this dream team. I heard them today. I heard her today. She wants to win. Michael Jordan was told by Phil Jackson, yeah, I know you can do all that, player, but everybody ain't got that guy on the side of them. And the other guy that's down there that's grabbing rebounds, which was Horace Grant, right? When he first checked Mike. Angel Reese can grab a rebound, slap the ball, put it on the ground, go coast to coast, and lay that boy up, okay? Angel Reese can grab the ball from the other side, grab the rebound, go coast to coast, high IQ, look over the top, pass the ball, right? We know she got all of those things. The AT also does well.
But here's what they don't have, though, bro, Claude, if I could say it.
Go ahead.
Here's what they don't have. They don't have a half-court dumping person on that team right now. Smesco is a great, innovative, offensive coach.
No,
but
they
one
don't.
of the reasons why they lost to Indiana that first round, besides being punked, and that's another reason that the GM and Smesco kept talking about, was her fieriness, or whatever particular word that they had used, because Ryan is like that. Leash is probably a little laid back. Maybe some of the other ones are a little laid back, but they got punked in the half court. The beauty with Angel, and I'm going to make a comparison to CeCe, though some people may say it's unfair. We all know that CeCe is poor in the half court offensively because when the game slows down, she doesn't make proper decisions. She's better when the game is sped up. And we know defensively, she's trash, right? Angel, as all of y'all know on the panel, with maybe the exception of Big Dog, not to peep him out like that, is she's one of the top fourth quarter scorers in the WNBA as statistically, and as far as the as far as the eye test for all of us that watch her, even when she was a rookie with Kennedy Carter balling out, if you gave Angel the ball at the end of the game, she scored, got a foul, or got a great rebound, something like that, kind of like that game against Indiana when she scored 27 points against Alyssa Smith and bust her ass at the end of the game. That's because Teaspoon was calling plays for Angel at the end of the game, and Alyssa had a one-on-one, and she made her look like a fool. If you notice, and I guess Toni would pick up on this, Tyler Marsh and them pulled away from that in her second season where they had her one-on-one. But if you go back and look at her highlights or look at game film, if you take the games or whatever, right, when Angel has space, she's killing mofos. When she got space, she's killing mofos because she has a combination that's very unique that they never talk about. She's very, very strong, but she's also very, very fast. And she can also jump. No, she doesn't jump on her shot, but she jumps on rebounds. She jumps on jump balls, and she jumps on something else, which I don't remember. That's when she normally jumps high on rebounds, jump balls, and something else. I don't remember. But she's very strong and very quick at 6'3", 6'4", with very long arms. Like, we know she's a unicorn. They know she's a unicorn, but because she came in with CeCe, they don't want to say that. So here you have a second-year player that when the game slows down and the game breaks down, she actually makes smart decisions with the ball, which is unique for a young player. But the thing is that, but then we got people coming here saying, oh, she can't score because she don't average 20, 25 points a game. Well, remember what we said earlier, bro, Claude. If she didn't have that hand injury at the beginning of the year, and if she actually played towards the end of the year when she didn't sit out, she would average about 18 points a game. She would average, and so what would they had said is she would have averaged 18 points a game, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 1.5 steals, 1 blocks. Now on Atlanta, remember on Atlanta, those assists now are going to Alicia, are going to Ryan, are going to Jordan Canada, are going to Nas, are going to Nas Hilton. But here's the thing, she's going to still get her points because last year I think they averaged 85 points a game, right? So now you put Angel on this team. I wouldn't be shocked if this team averaged 95 points a game because if you remember when she didn't play with Chicago in those 1-13 games, they were -8 points a game when Angel didn't play. So I would not be, and even in her first year, and I know y'all all remember this, even in her first year when she averaged 13.5 points a game, when Angel wasn't on the floor, they scored less points because what people don't realize is not only is she controlling rebounds, but she's being double and triple teamed just to be boxed out so people can't, because if you remember, Kennedy Carter scored a lot of points when Angel was in the game simply because you had to box Angel out like that just on rebounds. So it gave her space. And then, of course, when she gets the ball, she's making good decisions. So Angel herself is a great offensive player. It's just not offense the way people traditionally think of it because she's such a smart player. But at the same time, when she needs to go on the box and score, she can score. And all last year, and I suggest, Big Dog, if you didn't watch her games, to go and watch even the highlights. Can I talk now? Sure, go ahead. But I was responding to Broclaw, not you, though. So if you just give me a second, Broclaw can respond, and then you can chime in if that's okay, because I was responding to Broclaw. Much respect. But yeah, so Broclaw, so that whole thing on that team, right? If they average 90 points a game, okay, Bree Hall ain't gonna score as much. She know that. Nas Hillman may not score as more. She know that. And Ryan Howard and Leash may shave off 2 points off of their game. We'll see how it all pans out. The only thing I'm saying is if Angel is their legitimate low post threat and it works, someone like Big Dog will probably say it's not going to work. But let's say it does work, right? Then guess what? She's going to get the ball in the post and she's going to get the ball in the high post or on the perimeter to do her stuff. If she's one-on-one and she can score, she's going to score. If someone's open, she's going to open. So how that works out, see, I'm bold enough to say I think she's going to average 18 to 20 points, 12 rebounds, 5 to 7 assists, 2 steals, 1.5 blocks, and she's going to be top 3 in the MVP voting. I can say that now, put it down, and I can explain it and have no fear. And anyone on the chat that's listening, they know that I've been texting this for the last 5 days, even before Smesco spoke. Because normally when you speak like that, people go, you crazy. Angel Reese can't even dribble the ball. Angel Reese can't even make a shot. Angel Reese can't even put her 2 feet together. And we just sit here like, what are they talking about? This coach is going to be like, ooh, I'm going to take her into the lab. And that's exactly what he said on the first press conference last Sunday. And that's exactly what he reiterated 2 more times today. Now, how it shakes out, we'll see. We don't know. However, knowing Angel on every new team that she's went on, she has always balled out. And the only reason why people now say she can't play is because when she came in the league, and we'll talk about this another day, Tony, now that I'm on these TV things on the internet, I got a lot to
Can
say.
we
But
land your plane already?
they pay people to talk bad about Angel.
Listen, I'm gonna do this, and then BD, you go ahead and take it, bro, because you is a savant.
I appreciate that, bro, Claude, my brother.
It's all good. Listen.
Finish what you were saying, though, bro. Claude. I didn't mean to interrupt you like that. Finish what you were saying.
Good. The thing is this. Okay, I have to let everybody.
Bro, Claude, we can't hear you.
He dropped off.
We lost him. He'll be back. Go ahead, Big Dog.
Okay. First off, I never said that Angel Reese was not capable of doing these things on offense.
You called her a role player. And you called
I did not call her a role player.
You called her a role player.
That's not what I said. No, I did not. That was somebody else who called her a role player in the chat. And I came up here and I said Angel Reese is not a role player. Maybe you were not listening, but I did not say that Angel Reese was a role player. You never heard me say that. That's number one. Number two, again, she don't have to average 20 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists.
But that's self-explanatory. Did
I talk when you were talking, sir?
My bad. Go ahead.
Okay. Again, she don't have to average 20 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists a game for her to be successful. She could average 10 points, 15 rebounds, and 4 assists a game to be successful. She's on a team that's balanced. She's on a team where she does not have to carry the offensive load. And why would you want her to carry the offensive load? Her body can't handle that. The last 2 seasons done proved that. Her body cannot handle that. So the less you have Angel Reese killing herself, the better off she will be. The point is you want her career to last long. And her career, considering she's already playing with a bad wrist, a rod in her leg, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't want her just on the court like that. You don't want Angel Reese playing 40 minutes a game. She's not going to be able to handle that.
Have to play 40 minutes.
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't want her to play 40 minutes a game. And on the Dream, she does not have to. Y'all want, and this is why I was saying y'all want her to be Magic Johnson. That's Magic Johnson numbers, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 10 assists. She don't have to do all that on the Dream. All she got to really do on the Dream is get second chance opportunities for her team.
Not her game, but that's not her game.
Again, I let you talk, sir, for 20 minutes, and I was on mute, and I said nothing.
All right.
Again,
go ahead, Big Dog.
You do not have to let Angel Reese be a scorer. She don't have to be the franchise on the Dream. All she has to do is play her part. She's on a contending team that could make a legitimate run to a championship. Just keep her on the floor, keep her healthy. She got a good backup in Okot. She don't have to play 40 minutes a game. You get 28 to 30 minutes a game out of Angel Reese. That's great. If she give you 15 rebounds, 4 assists, and 15 points, 10 to 15 points a game, that's great. She
Yeah.
don't have to give you 30 points a game. She don't got to give you 25 points a game. You want her to hold up for a season. She's played 2 seasons, and neither one of these seasons she's played every game. Neither one of them. So she has the opportunity this year to play every single game without beating her body up. So
Yeah,
let's
got
get
help.
off of her trying to, pad the stats like
Can I
she's
respond
Russell
to that? Can
Westbrook.
I respond to that, Bro Claude?
Can I finish
Tony?
talking, sir? Please.
But Bro Claude had said something. That's the only reason why I said that. But let him finish. Let him finish. It's all good. Let him finish.
It's all good. Go ahead, BD. Go ahead, because I'm finna shoot him. Go ahead.
Again, we don't need Angel Reese to be out there 40 minutes a game. All we need is 28 to 30 minutes a game, and we need her to shoot the mid-range shot when she has the opportunity to shoot it, because she's going to have plenty of opportunity to be open. She's going to be open a lot this year. And again, I said this about an hour ago, but let me reiterate it. Angel Reese is not only the greatest rebounder the W has ever seen, she's also the best screener the W has seen in a very long time. She's going to create a lot of open shots just off her pick and roll game. So just give her the pick and pop opportunities. She take 10 shots a game. I'm happy with that. She don't got to go. She don't got to be killing statistically to be effective. We already know this year 3 for Angel Reese and MSL. You right. People have put a very high bar on Angel Reese for a year 2 player, but this is not uncommon when you come out with the hoopla that Angel Reese came out with. They did the same thing to LeBron, right? They did the same thing to Luka. They were supposed to come into the league and hit the ground running. And if they didn't come into the league hitting the ground running, people would have thought something was wrong. So, yeah, I think it's unfair that they gave Angel Reese that high standard. They did the same thing to Caitlin Clark, too. And they're going to do the same thing to AZ Fudd this year, right? AZ Fudd going to come into the league, and they're going to expect her to score 20 points a game,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
So, again, just let Angel Reese be Angel Reese. She's going to be free now. She don't have to carry the whole load. I just want to see her play all 44 games. That's my thing. Can we get Angel Reese to play in all 44 games and the playoffs? We need her body to hold up, and putting her out there for 40 minutes a game, asking her to do all these different things when she got all these pieces around her that could do these things for her. Why?
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Eddie. You've been very patient. Go ahead.
So I'm listening to everybody. This is what ADP have to say about this. I don't think the Angel. Listen, I don't think Angel should be limited to what she can do. I think that Angel on this particular team, she is allowed to do the things that she's been asking, that she's been wanting to do. I just like I'm hearing the everybody's point of view, but at the end of the day, Angel should be a no limit soldier. She shouldn't have to have limits of I just want her to do these 2 particular things or 3 things or whatever. Let Angel has spoken. She has said what she wants to do with her career. And right, this coach right here, I'm for sure is going to help her do that. She doesn't want to be inside of a box. I know she doesn't have to score the 20 or whatever, but she can. We got to stop putting limits on women like that. Don't do that. Let her respect Angel Reese and let her continue to grow her game and her journey. We know that she can, of course, we know she can do the rebounding. We know she got the basketball IQ, but Angel, I want what Angel wants for herself. I don't want what I want for Angel.
Go ahead.
Because what I want for Angel, y'all be like, oh, ADP,
go ahead.
And you getting spoiled. You asking for too much.
Go ahead. Go ahead, preach. Come on, teach. Come on, you teaching.
She's on a team where she has the vets that are in favor for her. Let that favor continue. She's free. She's happy. Look at the way she's carrying herself. Look at the way she's speaking. Baby girl was in tears because she has not had that with the Sky. And she said the owners, the GMs, You think she didn't know? You think she had all that stuff in for that whole year to say, hey, I didn't have a GM that wanted me on that team like that. If they did, and they had, and she's unselfish. She's not a selfish player. She wanted everybody to win, but everybody wasn't a part of that game. You can't make people do right. People gotta want to do right.
That's right.
And guess what she kept doing? She kept representing. She kept showing up. Because guess what? That's not a reflection of Angel. That's a reflection of them. We have this genuine, phenomenal player in ATL. She got a coach and a GM that spoke very highly of her since day one. Let her score them 20 BD. Let her score whatever she can score. Yes, she on a team where you want her to last longer, but we also don't want to put limits on her. We understand that players do have injuries and stuff, but look, she getting ready to be the best vet to a cot that you will ever see. You know why? Because she's teachable, she's genuine, and she wants the best out of everybody.
Hey,
and
you
those
gotta
that
talk
miss
no more.
out. Oh,
say
okay.
that. No, go ahead. Say that.
Yeah. So look, those that don't gravitate to it, oh well. And you learn that in the game of the world with people. Not everybody's gonna like you. Not everybody's gonna respect you. And generally respect you, but guess what? They're gonna have to respect Angel Reese's game. And what they can't take away is that she is a genuine person. She always rooting for the players, whether some are on the other side or they change to the other side. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But she still come back and works hard. She still come back and play ball. Because guess what? She's Angel freaking Reese. So we're not going to put no limits on her. We're going to allow Angel Reese to play and trust and believe that coach. Let me tell you something. It's a game. They know, they talk, they seen the injuries, they seen how they kept playing Angel, knew she was hurt, knew she was going through everything, and still had her out there playing, and it still wasn't good enough for Jeff. You see what I'm saying? He was willing to tear Angel body down physically for her playing. No, because she's a dog, because that's what dogs do. They always rise to the occasion. He knew that, and he still tried to play in her face. So now she's on a team, baby, and she getting ready to shine. Do she got to score 20? No, but she will. Do she have to rebound? She already can. Do she want to do her middies and half courts and 3-pointers? I bet you she do. But it's all in God's timing. Let me tell you something. A wise person told me, they in the chat, she said, favor is not perfect. You are going to go through something even when you have favor. This young lady has faced adversity ever since that incident, and she still did not quit. You can say what you want to say, but I'm going all in for AR5 for real. Show me what you're working with. ATL, baby, here she comes.
Can I tell you what a wise man once told me? A wise man once told me the point is to win the damn game.
It's not all about that. It's not.
It is all about that. It's about winning at the end of the day.
That's not everything. Winning is, let me tell you something. Winning is making sure your mental health is in check first before you hit that court. That's what winning is. Angel already a winner. She don't need nobody to tell her she's a winner. She's already a winner.
I'm not okay. Maybe you missing my point, ADP.
No,
the point is
I'm
to
not.
win
You said it's about winning.
game.
It's not just about winning the game.
This is professional sports. The point of professional sports is
I'm
to
talking about real
win.
life. It's not just about
She
that.
already won at real life. She won the day she got drafted.
To some, BD,
if we're talking about winning
like
that.
BD, I'm one of them. Let me tell you something about me. When I say something, I'm not in debate. When I say what I mean what I say. And if people don't like it, it's okay. But the reality of this is that it is not just, well, you have your opinion. Let's give you that. But from a woman's perspective, from mine, I can say this. It's not just about that. Yes, we know it's a money game. The players got to win and all that kind of stuff. But it's all those other ingredients that have to come with that. If you don't have the mental health and that player at heart, like these coaches and the GM are talking about Angel at ATL, we're going to see another stage of what happened last year. But it's not going to happen with ATL. That's what I'm saying. It takes more than just about winning. Some people may be like that. Of course, they're about winning the game. But let me tell you something. You know a false man from a real one. They don't have to get up there and say nothing about they want to work with Angel or nothing like that. They can do whatever they want. But the fact that it came out their mouth and you've seen it in other players, what can we say, right? I land, Tony.
Okay, listen, Toni, you got a burner right now. They're gonna be clipping the shit out this shit. MS.
Yeah, I love it.
I am so glad that you are now on the highways and byways. You one of my favorite people, okay? Listen, which you already know. I would say this. Y'all, BD really love Angel because y'all remember 2 years ago when he came on my show and when I first met him, and I was probably the only one that would let him come up in talking. They was like, oh, why y'all letting him talk? BD wanted Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese in a conspiracy situation of be playing for the finals to pump up women's basketball. I said, no, BD, that ain't what's gonna happen. He said, but they should. I understand. So here it goes. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna shoot it and then I'm gonna just put the gun down.
And we're gonna hold it right there. Go ahead.
Okay, so the thing is this. At the end of the day, you guys, you got 3 all-stars on this team, 4 all-stars on this team. Who is the 4 all-stars, bro, Claude? Well, of course, you know Ryan Howard. You know the 4th in MVP voting, Alicia Gray. Yeah. We know Angel Reese, and then, of course, Bree Jones, okay? All of them are all-stars. Recent and current all-stars. Repetitive all-stars, right? This is the only team that got 4 all-stars that are completely playing with each other. Okay? So I want y'all to keep that in mind. Toni know exactly where I'm going. The ball is going to go how Semesco wanted to go, okay? He is a basketball savant. He knows that Angel can be positionless. He knows this. This ain't nothing. He didn't watch this girl from college. He told you that. He's a fan, okay? So the thing is that what is going to happen, we all just got to see on the court. I'm not debating about what Angel going to do, what she can't do. I think she's a remarkable human being, first of all. Second of all, she's a winning. She knows how to win, okay? That's the second thing. And then she's playing with girls, ladies, young ladies that also know how to win and want to win, okay? So now all of that is together. All I want to see, I'm like Toni at this point. I just want to grab my popcorn, sit back, and watch Angel Reese continue to fly, okay? Because one thing I will say that is right, MS, Teaspoon didn't have her that way. It was Teaspoon's idea to have Angel play the way she was. Because Teaspoon knew it was a method to her madness, ADP. I gotta let you know this. It was a method to her madness. She knew that Jeff P did not like this girl. But she also knew, like she said on the podcast, she knew that her defense and her rebounding was going to translate on day one. Is that right? So Teaspoon played to Angel's right away strength because she had a GM who did not want her. Okay, so everybody say, oh, Teaspoon held her back. No, Teaspoon didn't really hold her back. Teaspoon was trying.
Stop saying that, man. Come on.
Teaspoon was trying to find a way for her to be able to maneuver around this jag off. Excuse my language, Toni. A type of guy who was a jerk from the beginning. Okay, fine. All right, Tyler Marsh came. Tyler Marsh is a smart ass man. You know why Tyler Marsh smart? Because what he do? He let Angel go. Can y'all admit that Angel Reese was free? She was free. She was free, but she had a bunch of garbage pail kids that Jeff Pagliosha went and got and put around her and talking about, oh, these wings should work and they're great shooters and all that. All of them was motherfucking second and third stringers with the Angel Reese that we had last year on the Chicago Sky, if she had just one or two of these players that she got on the fucking Atlanta, or if she got two of the players that's on the Sky right now, we'll be having a different conversation. But it is what it is. Fuck Chicago Sky organization, because guess what, y'all? It came from the top, and everybody be missing the fucking point. Michael Alter had a problem with this girl. It ain't just Jeff P. It was the fucking the top guy who suspended her. He made it so, to tell you, MS, Michael Alter, from my inside information, he mandated for that suspension himself. That's why Jeff P was saying, well, I didn't suspend her. Yeah, you didn't suspend her, but you didn't disagree with it. You the GM. You the GM. So you could have said, wait a minute, Mike. I think this, you in your feelings. And I think that she don't deserve, she's saying the fucking truth. And it's my fault. But you're not a man. He's a fucking Pink Panther. Okay? Exactly. So he let Angel take the brunt of the things. And then the last thing that I'm gonna say, MSBD and ADP and Sister Toni, the referees from day one when she was a rookie, and then you saw the evidence of it in year two, the referees don't like Angel Reese. You know why? She talk her shit. And she ain't gonna fucking beg down. She's the second shit talker in the whole entire WNBA. That's why she was out and suspended for those games for the technical fouls, because guess what? Tyler Marsh punk ass was quiet, and Angel Reese had to stand up for herself and get those technical fouls, which made and led her up to a game suspension. Okay? Yeah. So the thing is that she don't have that type of coach that's weak, that's gonna sit back, that she has to defend herself. That's two. She got other players that's on her team that ain't gonna just be all eyes on Angel, because that's what the fuck Jeff P put around her. All eyes was on Angel fucking last year. And guess what? She got other players like, goddamn it, Alicia Gray gonna crash the fuck out. She ain't gonna let them talk shit or do things, and Angel gonna be by herself. Ryan Howard is not gonna let Angel be by herself. Bree Jones definitely is not gonna let Angel go. Yeah.
Bro Clark, that's one of the things that I talked about early on, right? And so a lot of people that are just coming in, they missed that part of the segment, right? Everybody's got all this talk about Angel and what Angel will and won't do, and this.
Right.
We went on the tangents. We came in. We talked about the team as a whole, and then we got on just the mere fact of the difference between Angel on the Sky and the difference between Angel here. And so here we are. But at the end of the day, we all know that Angel is surrounded by some great vets.
Absolutely.
We're going to allow her to
protection.
Get in
real
the game.
Protection.
We're going to allow her to start practice on Sunday. We're going to allow her to get her feeling with her new team. We're going to allow her to enjoy her new team. We're going to allow her to feel the love that they have to offer her, as well as the camaraderie. And that's all we want for her. That's what she's always wanted. She's there where she can get it. That's what we're going to be entertained by. I think it's highly exciting. Someone came in the chat and said something really dumb. Chicago Sky is going to be great now that they don't have to fake double doubles. You can't fake that shit, and don't come in here with
fake that shit.
Right?
That shit can't be
coming
fake.
in here with nonsense. Guys, I'm telling you, I said it earlier. I don't mind people spilling what they need to spill, but what we're not going to do is we're not going to come in here and we're not bashing any player. Somebody in here bashing the player, go ahead and time them out. We can see them next time I come live. I'm not hearing that in the chat. I'm not hearing that in the chat. We're not here for that, right? We're not doing that at all. Let me get the money real quick. Look at this. We got a
And Toni, I got to get with you so I could do your backdrop.
Yeah,
so I probably put your backdrop in your. I'm gonna just go in there and put it.
About you earlier, I ain't gonna lie, I was, but you know, I called you twice. I called you thrice, really.
I was out hustling. You see, I just got in. I just got in.
I got you. Hey,
Go ahead.
Big Dog, I appreciate you for the $5 super chat. Thank you, Toni and panel, for very spirited and in-depth
Yeah,
conversation.
he
I
like that shit.
enjoyed it
He New
very
York.
much.
Yeah, he
Yes,
New York.
yeah.
He
I
like
was
that shit.
explaining to
Yeah, he
everybody.
Yeah,
do.
he like that
He
shit.
like
He like it.
Yeah, I was explaining to everybody his accent becomes because some people think that he's really aggressive, and I'm like, no, he's from New
No,
York.
he
New
just
York.
no,
That's
he
how
New
he is.
Yorker.
Look,
Yeah.
bro. Goon got jealous because I told him a story about a guy I was dating from New Jersey while I was in Korea. He said,
Goon better stop playing with
don't
me, Tony.
nobody want to hear
I
about
heard him.
your
I was here. I was
time
here the
life.
whole time, the whole show. Goon,
Tony, can
don't
I
play
just
with me.
address the injury thing before we go off?
Yeah, go ahead, baby. Go ahead, man.
When I don't know if Big Dog's still on, but he had mentioned the injury thing. Here's a funny thing, right?
Before you start, I'm
Sure.
so glad you won't. I'm so glad that you here.
Bro, Claude,
That's
Claude, I
Tony got
appreciate that.
MSL up here.
No, you know what? There was a lot of crazy stuff in the chat, bro, Claude. And after, let me tell you something. I'm not a dude that cries. Period. I'm not a dude that cries. But I'm sure, like a lot of us, to see Angel towards the end of that, and I think when she had hugged the president, the tall white woman, when she had the way the president just smiled at her, right? That just broke me down. And obviously, when she was talking, you can tell there was that point where she wanted to cry, but it held back. And then so we sit through all this, right? And then we had these fools come up in the chat just saying this nonsense. I said, no. We not doing this today. And then when people want to sit there and talk about her game, I'm like, okay, let's have a conversation about her game. Let's have a conversation about her game, because what they were saying don't make sense. Now, to get to the injuries, right? Here's the thing. She missed 13 games or 10 games her first season, and she missed similar in her second season. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. That's not a lot for female basketball players. To be honest with you, it seems like at least 50, maybe more percent of the WNBA is injured or sits out for whatever reason, right?
62%.
Right, 62% for whatever reason. So that's not unheard of by Angel. That's the first thing. The second thing is, other people can be out 3/4 of the season, 80% of the season, and that doesn't seem to be a problem. But if Angel's out a quarter of the season, that's a problem. Regarding her in Atlanta, I don't think anyone on the panel said that we want her to score 25 points, whatever. I just made that prediction based off what I see. Smesco's going to run the offense, the inside-outside game, and with her on the high post. I can detail why I say what I say. I'm not just saying it just to say it. Just like Tony can detail it, you can detail it, Bro Claude, and ADP can detail it. That's the thing. But what I found funny about the whole conversation was, obviously Lish feels the same way we do, because there was a point where Lish said, I am so happy that people will now get to see her in full form and see that her game is multifaceted. And that's the only way we feel. That's all we care about, because you got these fools saying she can't this, she can't this, she can't this, she can't that. And we're sitting there like, did we not watch the games? Like what? Like what are we talking about? And in regards to her being a second-year player, let's look at the stats, right? She averaged 15 points a game, 12.6 rebounds, right? 1.5 steals, one block, and she was one of the top 10 defensive players in the league, and she was one of the top 4 scorers. And remember this, right? She plays on a horrible team. Think about this. Caitlin Clark plays on a team with 3 All-Stars, including herself. And she shot 37% last year. Have you ever heard one person say, what would she shoot on the sky as a percentage? She'd probably shoot 32%.
Yes.
32%, because guess what? You're not getting those kind of shots, and everybody can blast you. If you were to switch Caitlin Clark from the Indiana onto the Sky and put Angel on Indiana, they would have won the title last year. Because they almost beat the Vegas what they had. And that's the thing nobody wants to talk about. If you switch those two, Indiana would have won the title last year.
Make it vice versa. Yeah. Absolutely.
What you said, Tony?
Hey, boy, that hit it right there.
But nobody wants to talk about that, because just like her trade. Let's talk about her trade, right? Because these are all the things that I can't type fast enough in the chat, and then I mess it up with my big fingers because I'm 6'4", right?
Go ahead.
So
Go
here's
ahead.
the thing:
Get it in.
we weren't supposed to know that Angel was able to control her trade. So they don't give you all the details. Alexis Philippou talked about it a little, and the dude with no cap space, Andrew, he talked about it detail. He said Enrique and a bevy of first one picks. He used the word bevy, right? And we knew this. And there were other people that offered multiple first round picks. But the thing is, we're not supposed to know that Angel is powerful, that Angel is bigger than the program, as Homegirl said on their show, Trista. Forgot the name of their show.
I love that girl. I love
Trista. She's bigger than the program. We're not supposed to know this. So there's a lot of stuff that they suppress with Angel. Now, just so y'all know, I was in corporate sales, corporate marketing, pharmaceutical sales, biotech sales. I know how PR works. I know how these companies work. I was also in media. I know how they work. So I always know how they operate. So one of the things they do is they're just not going to talk about certain things in the open media because they don't want us to know what's really going on. Because if they reported widely that Angel had 8 teams that she whittled it down to, because the whole league was interested in Angel. 8 teams, because obviously she wasn't going to go to expansion team or a bum team. So she had 7 to 18 she whittled it down to, including Minnesota that passed on her because, these idiot fans like to say, well, Cheryl Reese passed on her. Why would she want? Well, guess what? As y'all all know, I know y'all all know that Cheryl Reese wanted her from the moment she stepped in the league. Because if y'all remember that first game, that preseason game they played against Minnesota, Cheryl Reese knew what was up because remember what she said? She said, I've never seen a league that only promotes one player. And that was the day they were playing the Sky in the preseason game. And some dude had a cell phone, if y'all remember, and he had 500,000 views on his cell phone just showing the preseason game. And Cheryl Reese said, we need to do something about this. But we can get more with the back dealing with the WNBA another day because I know we don't have the time right now. But they were always trying to suppress. And there's a lot of stuff we say that's not necessarily true, and it's just how we feel. But there's a lot of stuff that we say that is true, and they were trying to suppress Angel because the thing with Angel is, and I used to say this to y'all in the chat, the Chicago Sky is a microcosm of what they were fighting on a whole. Because on a whole, my theory was because they knew the CBA was coming up, what they wanted to do was suppress Angel. Because if Angel got traction and became big, which would naturally happen like in 2023, now they wouldn't be able to control the CBA talk. So what they did was they promoted Cece, put her on payroll, meaning that they offered her corporate contracts with the WNBA. If y'all remember, De'Erica Henry, brought this out where she said the league controls who gets what contracts and the type of contracts they get. Nike also signed a strategic partnership with the WNBA in 2022 as well. And part of that strategic partnership said, I'm not making this up, y'all. Y'all can find it on the internet. They will direct and promote and write stories for player development, meaning they can create whatever damn stories they want.
The editor.
So obviously, if you got a player that's on Nike and CC who Angel reportedly turned down way back in 2020, way back in 2023. Right? Way back in 20, because people don't want to talk about that. People don't want to talk about that because after that title game in 2023, right? What they don't want to talk about after that title game was
they had an incumbent meeting.
Caitlin Clark's NIL was about $500,000 a year. And it stayed at $500,000 a year, and Angels went up to $2, $3, $4 million a year. She blitzed Caitlin Clark after 2023, and they don't want to talk about that. She was on a couple magazine covers. She was doing award shows. She was the most searched person, the most this, the most this, the most this, the most that. That's why she got the sneaker deal in 2023. Caitlin Clark did not get her sneaker deal until 2024, over a year later. And riddle me this.
You didn't unleash MSL.
And riddle me this.
MSL.
But bro, let me ask this question though. If Caitlin Clark was as popular as they wanted us to believe, then please explain to me why she didn't get a sneaker contract until a year after America got to see both players play in the final. She didn't get, and the only reason why she got that sneaker contract, let's be real, is because once she was entering the WNBA, the WNBA made a corporate decision. This chick took the corporate contract, So we gonna promote her. And Angel, who spoke about it on her show, they asked her to get rid of her manager, who gave up her job because she believed in Angel so much at 18 years old. She believed in Angel so much, she quit her job at a fancy firm to promote Angel only. And Angel, being loyal, said, and I respect her for that, said, hell no, I'm not doing it. Y'all can go shove it. And that's why the WNBA treated Angel the way they did, because they couldn't count on her because Paige said no, a nephew said no, all the white girls said no, so they finally got a white girl who ain't had no money in NIL say yes. So she took the job of, okay, I'm gonna do whatever y'all say, whatever y'all want. Angel did not, but here's the thing. The same thing that happened in 2023 happened in 2025, where Angel will rise, the Phoenix will rise, and everybody knows she's the it girl in the league. It ain't that other girl in Indiana because she ain't got no motion.
MSL, check this out.
Dang. MSL cooked so bad. We burnt that bitch. Oh my gosh. I just love it. I just love it.
He cooked with more than grease, baby. He cooked it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, my bad.
Now, Toni, you didn't know that me and MSL have paragraphs behind the scenes talk. Is that right, MSL?
That is true, because I never knew how to come on. I never got on because I'm always so busy. Right. So I just said, let me just type it when I can.
This is my person. And I'm going to tell y'all, listen, it's a whole lot of y'all that I appreciate. Seriously. And me and Toni and ADP been grinding, and Sister Keisha and Brother Duvall, and Boss Man has been diligently handling each and every last one of us to let us be us. And MSL, welcome. Listen, welcome. With open arms from your brother. I am glad that you finally came on. They didn't know that you was a savant like you was, and you just was keyboard hustling. No,
I know, right?
You know the game, but I knew you knew the game. Is that what I told you? Now, we do have certain difference of opinions, but the same way we look at things, right? Because I mean, from knowing my experiences in basketball, the politics.
Two beautiful girls you got, right?
I love you. The politics is the biggest thing. Is that right? The politics is the biggest thing.
It is, and in other days we can get into more detail with the politics, because there's some things we say is true and there's some things we say is not true, because all the behind, like for example, another day we could talk about all these presenters who are paid through PR companies, social media firms.
They call reps, right? They call reps, right?
And promote the other girl. They paid to do it. They paid to do it. They not real. And there's a whole lot of bots, a whole lot of paid chills, the whole nine. The girl ain't got no internet motion. Let me just say one more thing, and I promise I'll stop. Just one more thing, just to illustrate what I'm talking about. Remember the whole finger thing that took place in the finals, right? I'm gonna make a bold statement, and I'm gonna prove it to y'all that it's fake. The finger thing was fake, and I'm gonna prove it. Here's why. If you remember, if you go back and look at that game, right? Or that thing where she did the John Cena thing, right? If you remember, there was no technical foul, no ref that spoke to her, no teammate that spoke to her, no one in the broadcast mentioned it. No broadcast, it wasn't mentioned in the post-game show, it wasn't mentioned in the studio show, it wasn't mentioned anywhere. It was only mentioned when Keith Olbermann and Portnoy started raging on the internet, and then what happens is they have this incestuous relationship now, where if you say something in social media, they will use that as an excuse to cover it on the media. So it was never real, because beside the fact that she had did it to Raven and she had did it to HVL, the fact is, talking about Clark, the fact is nobody cared. It wasn't even mentioned during the broadcast. It was one big nothing burger. It was the racist white men that made it an issue, and then we pick up on it and go, yeah. No, we should have said that was nothing. Y'all just in your feelings. Y'all made Caitlin Clark a hero, not Angel, because what she did was nothing. And we gotta respect that, because what they do is they try to put a lot of stuff on her, like those fake articles in Yahoo, right? Them articles is all fake. They can't put one player to it. They can't put one quote to it, just like the stuff that took place at LSU. You know, Angel took those 5 days off because between the death threats and the drama with Flajay and Flajay's mama and Kateri Poole and all that other stuff, Kim went to her and said, well, what do you want? What do you want to do? And she said, I need time off. And she took the time off. But Angel ain't getting no scuffles with nobody at LSU. But what they'll do is they'll say stuff like that. And let's be honest, all women's basketball, there's always drama, whether in college, whether in the pros. So you can always say, oh, there was drama here, there was drama there. That's just par for the course of women's basketball. So you can attach anything. I don't mean to be flippant, but it's true.
That's social media for you.
But it's true, right? So, and in the social media age, you can make anything an issue. But I see through all the lies in an instant, and I'm just like, oh, that's BS. That's BS. Don't even try it. That's BS. And I don't get caught up in that stuff, because the thing is, they want us to believe that Angel is something that she is not. She's a dog. She's a winner. She's sensitive. She's loyal. She seems like a good person, but at the same, and here's the thing, there are a lot of people like Skylar, we love her, right? Yeah. Who play hard, but they can be a bit abrasive in how they communicate with you based off what we've all heard. Angel's not like that. Angel is the one that encourages you to be better, or who encourages you to be better, or who encourages you in a good way. So there's no negative with Angel. And I told y'all this at the time, if y'all remember, when Angel did that article with the Chicago Tribune, she knew she wanted to go at the time. That's the only reason why Angel said everything she said, because she knew she was ready to go. Angel, as you guys all know,
2 days in advance.
Angel, as you guys all know, since Angel's been, even before Angel became in the league, Nneka Ogwumike and Fee had went to her and said, one of the reasons why she came out of the WNBA, even though she was ready, they said to her, we need you. Nneka said, we need you. Fee said, we need you. So they was already telling Angel about all the financial stuff that was going on with the league. And one of the things that ESPN won't tell us, because ESPN is a partner with the WNBA, was that the league looked at Angel as pro-union. But they don't talk about that on TV. They looked at her as pro-union. So one of the reasons why they hated on Angel was because they looked at her as pro-union, but they never talk about that on TV. Cece was anti-union because once she took the corporate contract, they knew they had her, and that's why Fee blasted her and Kathy when Kathy said, "Oh, we don't understand why she do the." The Cece fans couldn't understand it because they thought that she had money. Here's the deal. After 2023, CeCe's NIL stayed the same. When CeCe's NIL changed was in the 2024 season, right before she was going to enter the WNBA, is when all of a sudden her NIL went for like $500,000 to $4 million. You know why? Because the WNBA hooked her up with only WNBA sponsors, State Farm, Gatorade, etc.
Before the bracket game.
Exactly. Those were all WNBA and NBA sponsors. They hooked her up. Just like when you see her doing the talk show at halftime of the all the motion she got comes directly from the WNBA. What we all knew was Angel didn't need them. So when they said, Angel, drop your manager, do this too, Angel told them to go to hell. Angel told them to go to hell. And they also knew Angel was pro-union. So here's the real key, y'all. The reason why they got everybody to hate Angel, because here's the devilish thing they did. They boosted up the other girl to say she's the hero. So that way, when the women say we want our money, they can say, oh, y'all need to shut up, just like Stephen A. Smith did. Y'all need to shut up because y'all owe everything to this girl. So that way you can lessen their argument, because now you can say, well, these girls didn't do anything. It was the other girl that boosted up the league. Well, we all know that after 2023, Angel became the it girl, just like how Paige was the it girl before that. And it was the WNBA that created Clark as the it girl. Because if you remember, right after 2023, all them crazies we deal with now, they all went away. They all went. We don't remember that. We don't remember that, but they all went. They knew they lost. They all went away because homegirl was a nobody. And if you remember that following season, LSU was the biggest thing ever with Anissa Morrow, with HBL.
Let's take a break real quick.
Let's
take a break real quick.
Showing up.
Let's take a break. Let me get the money. Let me get the money. I want to make sure that I
Okay. Get that money, y'all.
Listen.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, so in 2024, when that season came, that LSU team was the hottest team. They were like a traveling circus. They were the big stars. When nobody talk about no Caitlin Clark, was nobody talking about no Iowa. Everybody knew. Even today, if you look up in Google, the Google AI will tell you both Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese were the boost to women's basketball. Now, whether you feel it was more Caitlin or more Angel, the fact is they're both there. So what they did was they took all these fools on the internet to just say Caitlin, but it don't make no sense, because if that was the case, then why was Caitlin Clark, as Bro Claude just said, sitting on $500K in NIL? Remember, all of America got to see both players in 2023. They got to see both players, right? Yeah, one girl. But guess what? Angel blew up and took off, and the other girl stood still and did absolutely nothing, and nobody cared about it.
America.
The only reason why they cared about her, Toni, last thing I'm gonna say, the only reason why they cared about her was because when she came into the league, here's the key, y'all. When she came into the league, all of a sudden, she got the most massive campaign that you ever heard of. They said she's the greatest ever. She's this. So you know what that did? All them folks that had their tail between their legs after Angel won that title that had disappeared from 2023 to 2024, all of a sudden now they all came sleazing their way out, because now, let's deal with the racists first. Because the racists, all of a sudden now, here's a girl that they said is better than anyone. So all of a sudden, the bandwagoners, the racists, the crazies, the people with no life, etc. Now they had somebody to root for. It wasn't because of the hand in the finals. No, it wasn't the hand. It was the way the WNBA promoted her. They put all her games on TV, and then they said, hey, she gets the best ratings. Well, of course you're going to get the best ratings if you're the only player they put on TV. And what we always said at the time was, if you would have promoted Angel the way you promoted Caitlin, then you would have had even better ratings. But they never did that, because let's be honest. Last thing, y'all, let's be honest. When you claim someone is a big deal, you got to have a few things, right? You either got to win a title, you got to have a personality,
yes,
you got to look good, or you got to do something that no one's ever done before.
Absolutely.
Caitlin did not win a title. She ain't got no personality.
No.
She don't look that great, and she's never done anything that we've never seen before in a game. So the question is, why would she ever be popular?
Because she's the regular girl around the way.
No, here's how they get her. But here's how they get her popular.
He's saying before, Bro Claude.
But Bro Claude, here's how they get. But Bro Claude, I'm gonna tell you how they get her popular compared to Angel. Here's the distinction between Angel and Caitlin from a marketing perspective, right? We have two divergent arguments with Caitlin, right? On one hand, when in her first year, we all said people like KSAP would say casuals, and then the media will say she got a bunch of crazy fans. Well, here's the dichotomy. Here's how it really breaks down, right? How it breaks down is that the overwhelming majority of people who will watch a Clark game is because ABC, CBS, whoever promotes it, talks about her a lot, and they go, ooh, I got to see her. So that's where the casual fans come in. The internet stuff that they talk about, that's all fake. They pay all these channels like Mick and all these other people, they pay them to like put her out there. That's why anytime something stupid happens with her, the people still sound stupid and talk stupid. And we're like, well, why are they saying this? It sounds so stupid. Because they're either paid presenters, they're bots, they're paid shills, whoever. And I'm not going to say who I think is coming from. I'll just leave that part out, but obviously it's coming from somewhere. And I would tell, take the videos of Angel being bad. You notice she's the only player in the WNBA that they make these videos of. So that's how you know it's fake. Because why would you just make videos of one person? And it's annoying, right? Because you click on the video, you think it's about Angel or something good, and it's somebody making fun of her. So yeah, there's a sadistic, evil portion to it to a certain degree, but at the same time, they're also doing it because someone out there wants the idea. They still think that Caitlyn and Angel is in competition, and because of that, they always have to put Angel down because everyone knows she's the one. All you gotta do is look at her personality, her charisma, her beauty, her niceness, how she plays the game, etc. So for them, it's always about putting her down. And the WNBA knew that she was already talking to NECA, she was already talking to Fee, she was already talking to these players, and she understood the history of the game. So she was public enemy number one. That's why, if you remember, guys, on her show in the first year, remember at the end, she was like, well, I hope Kathy will talk to me. I hope Kathy this, Kathy that, because just like the Sky, she knew how Kathy treated her. And I always said that her issues with the Sky were a microcosm of what the league was working on as a whole. And both her and Fee were warriors. It's just that she was dealing with her individual team and Fee was dealing with the league on a whole. And the league knew that Angel was talking to NECA and Fee and all of these people because they were the ones who told her to come into the WNBA when she had a choice to stay, because they said, we need you. They didn't tell you that on TV, but NECA said, we need you, because they knew that Angel's star power could overcome a lot of the stuff that they was dealing with, and that's why they went with the other girl.
Well, here's the thing.
Hold up real quick. Let me play this clip, and then I'll let y'all roll back in. Let me play this clip. I've been trying to play this clip for a minute. Let me go ahead and get this clip because I want to hear what they said here. Let me get to it real fast. I've been trying to run this for a second. Now that I have it, let me run it. This is with Alicia sent me. All right, let me hit play.
A year under Coach Carl and how he's been able to develop.
And you got emotional up there talking about what this next chapter means to you. Why is it so important to start this next chapter with the dream and have the front office and the players that they do?
Yeah, I mean, it's literally a dream come true. I mean, I'm really grateful to be a part of an organization that really cares about their players. As you can tell, I mean, for 5 players in a free agency that is as big as it was this year, to all come back and sign, and then also have POW and then have a great draft class, it means something. It says something about this organization. Being able to see what they've been able to do in just a year under Coach Carl and how he's been able to develop Nas in a year is something that really stuck out to me. So I'm just really grateful for everything. I'm soaking it all up. I mean, Atlanta is what Atlanta is. I know that the people will come out and support us. The culture here is phenomenal, from artists to rappers to everybody. So I'm really grateful. I think it all made sense and everything in my life seems to make sense. So I'm really grateful and happy for this opportunity.
The word ceiling was used a lot in that press conference. How do you feel like your game specifically will elevate the dynamic of this team?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a breath of fresh air to have players really put so much confidence into you. I mean, they've seen me work behind the scenes on different things that I haven't always been able to show in game. So being able to come out this year and show a lot of great things, and then again having Dan and Carl speak so highly of me, more than just being a rebounder. So I'm really excited to bring other things to the game. I think my first 2 years I was able to do everything off the muscle, and became an all-star twice off of just my own strengths, but being able to bring out more and it's just showing a lot of confidence this year is going to be important for me.
How do you handle pressure? New city, new dynamic with a team, but now you're also another face of this franchise in Atlanta, which, as you mentioned, the culture is everything.
It gives me deja vu from when I transferred from Maryland to Louisiana, and then I became Bayou Barbie and everything, and I won a national championship literally in a year, and I get that chills feeling right now of getting a fresh start and starting over with the unknown, and no one knows anything, and you're having, like Carl says, starting from the bottom, and nothing matters from the year before. You want to have a fresh start because expectations are really high for each other. So I'm really happy. I'm really excited for this fresh start, and I know a lot of great things are going to happen.
You're someone that likes.
I am excited. This came from Atlanta News First. So let me go ahead and subscribe to them, so I'll make sure that I'm able to kind of keep up with them. But I want to
get the money.
Go ahead and get the money. Let's get us stretched back out. Let me go ahead and get the money. Let's put it up there. Thank you, Kappa. I appreciate that. Kappa 1911 with the 1911. I appreciate you. Great show, Toni. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. It is Friday. Friday is hot tea, and here's where we are with the hot tea. And we still have not hit old Paige Beckers and AZ Flood. That might have to come on a part 2. Go ahead,
Okay,
keep cooking, guys.
just a couple of things real quick. One, y'all got to remember the political climate that we live in today. If y'all were expecting a white man's media to push a black woman, y'all got another thing coming. Because if that was the case, they would have pushed Asia Wilson a long time ago, and when she's the best player in the league. They didn't push her. So if they're not going to push the best player in the league, which is a black woman, there was no way in hell they was going to push Angel Reese. That's number one. Number two, of course they was going to push Caitlin Clark. She gave people Steph Curry vibes when she first came out of Iowa. And people loved that. Whether y'all like Caitlin Clark or y'all don't like Caitlin Clark, y'all do have to admit that Caitlin Clark brung excitement to college basketball that people haven't previously seen. Number three, that national championship game between LSU and Iowa. You had 8 million people watch that game. 8 million. Nobody ever seen a college game like that. Not even on the men's side have you got 8 million views for a national championship game. That didn't happen in a vacuum. That happened because we have a race baiting society that want to see white versus black. Just like we had a race baiting society in the 1980s after Magic Johnson beat Larry Bird in the national championship game in 79. Then all of a sudden, the next 10 years, 8 of those 10 years, it was Lakers, Celtics, Lakers, Celtics, Lakers, Celtics. You think that happened in a vacuum? Hell no. So when I told Bro Claude 2 years ago that I wanted to see a Sky Fever final, it wasn't because, I was being a conspiracy theorist, but I know where the race baiting go. Race baiting sells. At the end of the day, people always want to see white versus black. All the white people wanted to get behind Caitlin Clark. All the MAGA heads wanted to get behind Caitlin Clark, whereas all of the black women wanted to get behind Angel Reese. And the real divide came amongst black men, believe it or not, because it's the black men out here that's pushing for Caitlin Clark. It's the black men out here that root against Angel Reese. How many Caitlin Clark channels have you seen pop on YouTube that are run by black men? I can name you 5 of them just off the top of my head. But I can't name you any Angel Reese channels run by white men or white women. You think that happened by accident? Nah.
Well, that's all corporate and paid for.
And I'll land there.
Let me get the money real
Well,
quick,
can I
guys.
respond to that, Toni?
Yeah, one second. Let me get the money.
Well,
Thank you so much. Hold up. Thank you so much. Felicia, thank you for the video. I'm glad you sent me that. I'm glad we was able to see that. Like I put in the chat, I'm glad to see her be emotional behind what this team means to her and how they will stand for her. So this is exciting for me. She said they saw her do things behind the scenes, but wasn't able to do them in the games. They said to me that they held me back. So we get that. I appreciate that. My thing is this, and I'm gonna let you get back to it. MSL, it was you and Big Dog going talking real quick. I'm gonna let you get back to that, but I want to make sure people understand. It becomes, and I look at this from 2 ways, right? I look at it from a woman's point of view, and then I look at it from a player's point of view. From a woman's point of view, it's good to see a woman be vulnerable when she has to be so strong all the time and has to cover and protect herself, right? Because of, as you guys are talking, the society, the way it is, and this vitriol that's going on. I'm never going to agree with that, regardless of that's how it is right now. I'm never going to agree to it, no matter which way we go with that. Because again, as a military person and being able to travel the world and being across and coming across different nationalities, different races, different avenues, fields, lands, whatever, right? I see things differently through my lens, And unfortunately, we all don't see things that way through a lens of just prescrutiny of being able to just watch something for what it is. We got to try to take it beyond and do stuff like this. But it's amazing to see how her teammates know what she can do and will allow her to do and grow in the game. Again, we don't have to allow her to do a whole lot because she has so much around her, but it's what her team and the GM wants for her. So we'll just get to kind of see that. You guys go ahead.
Yeah, that was great, Tony. Absolutely. Here's a funny thing, right? We're under assumptions sometimes that white is always right, and yes, it is in certain avenues, but we also know many times money is money. And the point, and here for an example, the biggest endorsers the last 10, 20, 30 years, for the most part, I'd say about 70% have been Black people, right? Michael Jordan, Coco Gauff, Tiger Woods, etc. Y'all get the picture. So it doesn't have to be a white person. That's the first thing. Now, regarding what Big Dog has said, go back to that 2023 game. Though Angel was by far, and that LSU team the following year was by far the biggest thing going on in college basketball, not Caitlin. Because if it was Caitlin, why didn't she get a sneaker contract? If it wasn't Caitlin, why didn't she get any big endorsements? If it was Caitlin, why wasn't she invited to all the award show? Why wasn't she invited? Why wasn't she on the cover of magazine? We forget.
I can answer that for you real quick in two words, because Caitlin ugly and Angel Reese beautiful, and beauty sells.
Okay, then you answered your own
Are you
question.
gonna put Caitlin Clark on the runway? Absolutely not. But you gonna put Angel Reese on the runway?
Yeah, but Big Dog, but that's the thing. If you'll allow me to respond, that's the thing. You see, I don't have an issue with them promoting Clark, just so you know. I think they should have promoted both of them, but the WNBA in 2024 chose to punish Angel and only promote Clark because I feel and I believe that they were worried about the CBA, and they knew that Angel was very determined to get the women their money. Clark, I don't want to speak on her personality, but based off the little that we know, it seems like she either didn't care or she was kind of leading pro WNBA. And if you notice, all the CC channels were pro WNBA, anti-player, anti-unrivaled, anti-Angel. They don't want to talk about that now, and we had all peeped that, by the way. We had all noticed that. So that didn't make any sense. But here's the funny thing, right? I think this year, after the the Victoria's Secret thing and all the other stuff that was going down, right? Somebody must have said, you know what? And behind the scenes, whether they threatened this guy, whether they talked about the lawsuits, who knows? Who knows who started the lawsuits, and why? But I think her team, I forgot her agent's name, but the one who deals with basketball, not the one that deals with the marketing, they went to this guy's practices and they was like, get her the hell out of here, but they wanted it discreetly. Now, I don't know what they said to them because, and here's the thing, Big Dog, because Angel is a somebody, she could embarrass this guy. And this is just my personal feelings. I think it went above this guy's level and it went to the NBA level. And I think they went to them and said, look, you put us on a terrible team, this. Because think about it. How all of a sudden Angel ends up on the perfect team for her. Peep this, y'all. And I said all this in the chat. So if you remember or not, let me revisit it. If you remember, there were no leaks in this trade. None. No leaks. Yes, some people who knew about it may have mentioned it here and there, but as far as corporate media, there were no leaks. And if we all think that Jeff is truly Judas, right? Then you all know that Jeff Wood had leaked out negative stuff about Angel the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks leading up to that trade. There was nothing. You know why there was nothing? Because Adam Silver probably said, you know what? We got a golden goose here. We tried it Kathy's way. It didn't work. Shut your ass up and let this girl go wherever the hell she wants. Whoever heard of a person who could pick whatever damn team they want to go and turn down Enrique and 3 first-round picks to go to Atlanta for 2 first-round picks with a ready-made team that don't have to give up nothing? That's power. The only reason why they say, it's just to make the Sky look good, is to make the Sky look good so they don't look like straight-up wimps. So, because remember, even today, the media can't let you know how powerful Angel is, because let's be real, Angel's been talking to J.O., Fee, all of these people the last 2-3 years, every All-Star game, every Team USA, every this, they all love her. They all talking to her. They all hanging. And Angel was getting information. She was getting information first about the Sky from Ka and other people. And then, so when they fired Teaspoon, she wanted to leave then. Y'all saw how disappointed she was with Teaspoon. However, she gave it a second chance when Tyler Marsh came, because she heard that Tyler Marsh was an offensive coach. So she was like, okay, I'll work it with him. And to Tyler Marsh's credit, and I know a lot of people hate on him, I have heard Tyler Marsh say in interviews that she could do anything on the basketball court. She's versatile. She
could do everything.
This, that. So to be honest with you, Tyler Marsh was aware of that. And I think that's the only reason why she stuck it out, because she knew Tyler Marsh understood her talent. Because if you remember, he said he was watching her since college and high school. He knew what she was. But when Jeff made the initial thing back in early in the year about her scoring, she didn't like that. She didn't like that. And then when he did the newspaper article, that was it. She said, get me the hell out of here. And those people who follow Angel closely, I don't, but they all said it. They said she took everything down on the internet that was associated with the Sky. I'm not on the internet like that. But people who are said she took down every single thing that was related to the Sky. So they already knew back then. And if y'all remember, in Team USA, she made a Paige video with Paige. And at the end of that video, if y'all remember, Paige said, she laughed and said, oh, don't worry, we're going to be on the same team a few weeks from now anyway.
But a hog, man. But a hog.
Paige said that.
MXL, I have a question for you.
Sure.
And my question is this. Why do all these black men support Caitlin Clark and have so much vitriol for Angel Reese?
I'll answer your question if you'll allow me to. I think one of it, first of all, I don't know any black men in real life that do. It's all YouTube people. And all these YouTube people are paid. Straight up, they're paid. There's something called the social media marketplace.
Yeah.
There's also PR companies and stuff like that. They will pay you to talk about certain topics. And I think that's what a lot of these people are doing. They won't talk about it. Matter of fact, I spoke to one of them the other day, and he admitted to me they pay him. They're also presenters who do support Angel, who said people have offered them to take money to badmouth Angel and to do Caitlin Clark. It's a marketing thing. It's a marketing thing. And but here's the better question, Big Dog. Why do they do it? The reason why they do it is because they know if they didn't do this, Angel Reese would swallow the whole damn league. That's why they do it. Because check this out, right? Because her first year, you got all that negativity, right? But then, boom, she comes back in her second year with what? 14.7 points, 12.6 rebounds, 3.75 assists, 1.5 steal, 1 block, top 5 defensive rating, and also top 5 fourth quarter rating. Now, and like we said earlier, she averaged 9 points her first 10 games, and she didn't play her last 10 games. So, but if she did not have that wrist surgery, and if she'd have played those last 10 games, Big Dog, she'd have averaged 18 points a game. And if she did, it would have been a wrap, because nobody could now say, because they would look like fools, oh, she don't have no offense, and she averaged 18 points and shooting 50% with 12.6 rebounds, blah, 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 blah. And the funny thing with the assist is, besides the fact that they can't shoot on the Sky, she had ooze on. They were games, and I know you remember this, Toni and Broclaw. They were games, Big Dog, where Angel would have 12 points by the second quarter or 5 assists by the second quarter. And then Jeff P would, sorry, not Jeff P, but you might as well say Jeff P. But they would put in Bantam at point. They would put in Bantam at point guard or Uzan at point guard. And then we're all fans just sitting around saying, what the hell is going on? Why is Bantam why is Bantam in here? And then at the end of the game, Angel would just say, screw it, and take over.
Boom. Last 5 minutes of the game.
So her stats could have been even better, Big Dog. Her stats, she could have averaged 20 points a game on the Sky. Now, does that mean it translates somewhere else? Who knows? But she could have easily averaged 20 points a game on the Sky. Now, if you want to get into more conspiracy element to your argument, Big Dog, you can't, if they were trying to promote the other girl, then you can't have this girl outshine her. And in regards to your argument about black men, I'm glad you asked that question, because I'm going to make it real, ADP. I'm going to make it real, Bro Claude. I'm going to make it real, Tony. Let's be honest here. And you said it earlier, Big Dog. Ain't no man, black or white, going to look at Angel Reese and look at that other girl and say they like the other girl. If you say you like the other girl, that means one of three things. You gay, you got issues with your own color, or you got issues with your own manhood. Because ain't no man walking on this earth gonna look at them two women and choose the other one. And you notice most of those dudes, the black dudes that badmouth Angel, they all simps. They all simps, and they all got white women. Right? And there's nothing wrong with having a white woman, but if you have a white, let's take RG3, perfect example, right? RG3 loves Shador Sanders, but he hates on Angel Reese. And I'm gonna say stuff about Shador, and Bro Claude, I've said this in the chat. Let's be real. Let's be real. You cannot compare Shador's career to Angel Reese. Shador been coached by his father his whole career. Yeah, we love Shador, we like Shador, but if his father didn't coach him, he would have been like a 3-star player coming out of high school. Right? Angel Reese has been yes. Oh, thank you. Angel Reese has been the number 1 or 2 player on every.
One second. I had to mute you a second. We're gonna leave Shador for another conversation, because Shador topic is a topic that's gonna be coming up soon.
But they hate on Angel Reese. That don't make no sense.
He can't hear you, Tony. Hey, listen, y'all. I'm about to start my show.
My mic was on. I thought I was talking. Oh my God, sorry.
Yeah, no, we gonna get ready to kind of slice this a little bit, because we could go all night on this. We've been up here 3 hours, and Bro Clark got to get ready to start his show. But I do appreciate everybody that came up. I appreciate your insight. You gave my chat some, of course, vital information. Stuff, of course, that that we already know behind the scenes, but we really don't really talk about, because of course, people are like, how do they like to call you lies, whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other. However, we are going to reconvene for sure. So MSL, always make sure you stay steady. I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Chat, I'm here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5. If I have something I'm doing, I will push it back, but I still come on at those same days regardless, whether it's 5:30, 5:45, or whatever. But it's already set for 5 o'clock. I appreciate you. I appreciate your knowledge. I appreciate everything you gave us, MSL, Big Dog, ADP. I know you had something you were doing, but then I appreciate, if you have something, you got anything you wanna put out there real quick?
No, this was awesome, Tony. What'd you do?
Hey, I just say, come on, MSL. Hey,
I mean, the panel was great, and I didn't get feisty, but
I love this part, because I too, I'm like MSL. I can get started and I keep going, because there's so much information out there, right? That people
a lot of
just don't
information,
know,
absolutely.
Right? And just to be able to share that with you guys and y'all soak it in is super, super rewarding, that you guys hung in here, you stayed in here. Also, before you leave, hit the like button, because there was quite a few people in here.
Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button.
Y'all gotta hit it. You got a lot of information. Big Dog was in there doing his thing.
Big Dog, woof woof.
Appreciate
my brother.
You guys. Everything that y'all. I know you wanted to come up, Jacob, but it was hot to try up here. It was on fire. It was lit on this Friday night. I love it. Man, I could jump up and down right now.
That's all right. We finna take you into the midnight, baby.
Midnight out, baby.
Well, Tony, again, thank you for letting me up. I know that's not your thing, having the open panel stuff, but thank you for letting me up and letting me trigger your chat a little bit, because I like to trigger folks.
I love it.
What up, Big Dog? It's all good, man. Big Dog, you and I used to talk in the chat. I don't know if you remember.
Sometimes I am gonna have this open, and I kind of might make Friday be this thing, right? Everybody can come up and give their soliloquy and cook. But if you ain't got no information, I'm probably gonna pull you back down, and you won't get a chance to come back up. But you got to know your stuff, and you got to be able to give us some good insight. I mean, MSL was cooking the entire time. Big Dog, you came in right out the bullet. You was on point. ADP, you jumped in there. You said your soliloquy. I appreciate it, bro. Clark, thank you for coming in the building. Always rocking, socking, robot. I love it. I love it. Tonight was so fire. I mean, look here, boy. I'm cheesing all the way in the back of my head. That's all I'm saying.
Toni, would you mind if I did some self promotion real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
I have my own channel in case y'all want to get triggered some more.
Yes,
y'all could come follow me at Big Dog Sports 18. I'm always willing to debate and argue. I like the arguing. I'm a New Yorker, so I just get off on that. But don't come argue with me with your opinion. Have some facts.
Have facts. Have facts.
Have facts, y'all.
And then we could have that conversation.
Am I following you already? I think I'm following you already.
And thank you again for having me up. I really appreciated this. This has been great for me. Thank you.
Yeah, this was
Big Dog in the house.
This was great. Everybody up here was just great.
I'm so excited, man. Look here, I love this type of stuff,
did you learn? You learned?
Man, yes.
Hey, he was cooking in there too. Shoot.
Man,
this is something that I wanted ADP. This is something that I wanted ADP to know. The same way that I took Toni, Keisha took Toni, K-Step took Toni, the same way. Okay, baby doll, same way. It ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change. I know you just getting things together.
I keep dropping you the link. Miss D was in here for a second, but she left.
So this is a big thing. I will be covering and shopping up the whole Atlanta conference.
Bro, Claude, can I just say one thing to close?
Go ahead.
Yeah, the only reason why I came on here, I'm not saying I'll never come back, but the reason why I came on was because, like we said earlier, we all know what Angel Reese had been through the last 2 years. We don't need to revisit that. We've all seen it. We've all experienced it. It's been like a cathartic experience, right? So to see that presentation, and then to have people come into the chat, not you, Big Dog, but other people come into the chat and say they craziness, I just thought it was some sort of sacrilege, because we're all trying to move on or heal, whatever word you want to use. And so the girl finally got her day that she wanted, and then these fools gonna come up in the chat with these little silly arguments that don't make no sense. So I just felt if people wanted to have a debate, if they wanted to have a conversation, let's have a conversation about her basketball game. Because we all know her basketball. It's not just me. We all know her basketball game. We could all came up here and did this. So because of this day, I just felt it was so wrong. So if people want to discuss her game, let's discuss her game. Because I can break down every facet of her game, as I'm sure many of us could, and pull back the statistics, the times, the place, AAU, St. Francis High School, here, there, FIBA, all of that stuff. Let's have that conversation, because it's all fake and it's all false. The league, the WNBA knows who Angel is, and that's why they treated her the way they did in 2024, because they didn't want her to blow up the way she's blowing up now. That she know, and when she goes to Atlanta, it's gonna be okay.
They didn't see her coming. They didn't see
her coming. They didn't see her coming, bro. They didn't see her coming. They didn't see her coming.
Yeah, it's like a mushroom cloud. Boom.
Yeah.
And then you get that wave, right? What's like a 500-mile-per-hour wind after the mushroom cloud, and it knocks down everything in its path.
Go ahead. Don't teach him. Don't teach him. Don't teach him. Don't teach him. Hey, so I'm getting up off of here, y'all. I'll see y'all.
All right, bro.
On the other side. I love y'all. This was a big show for Toni.
Okay.
I'm
proud of Toni.
This in a repertoire. She needed this, and this is where
catharticism, y'all. Cathartic.
I want to say I've been on the road for the last 2 weeks, y'all. I appreciate everybody that has come in. Continue to hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber, whether you're a lover or a hater of my channel, it doesn't matter. Subscribe anyway. We take care of
Shout out to Sister Bernadette.
Put it up. Run it up. Hit the like button.
All right, salute to y'all all, man. Thank you again for having me. It's been really good. I enjoyed this very much.
All right, see y'all on the other side.
All right, you guys.
See y'all on the other side.
I appreciate y'all for coming in. I appreciate y'all for doing your big one. It's always ecstatic to have a great conversation, to actually have so much of a conversation that it could almost never end, right?
Right.
This is something that we're gonna always
Something like
do.
that, right?
I love it. That's all I have for today. Because I will be back. Also catch Keisha and I tomorrow because Keisha
What
and I
time y'all
have our
coming
show.
on?
If it's not at 12:30, it's probably
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
check
at.
the thumbnail then. Okay.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I can tell you right now. Give me 1 second. I can tell
Okay.
you right now. We will be on tomorrow. Well, we know what it's scheduled for, but we gotta get up. We gotta get up. Let me get to it. Let me get to it. I'm almost there. I can give you guys almost the exact time. We will be on tomorrow. Wait a minute. She don't have it posted yet. But it's coming. We'll be on tomorrow. Look for us somewhere between 12:30 or between 12:30 and 1:30. Look for us around that time because I got the grandson. I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna fix him some breakfast, and then we probably gonna lay there for a minute until I get ready to jump on. So absolutely, we will be on Full Court Trio tomorrow. But again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. The lovers and the haters, we appreciate you all for coming in the building. Never change or waver from who you are. It's important. If you're a hater, I want you to be a hater even when the sky starts to clear, right? Don't change and don't waver from who or what you
Stay
are.
hating.
I'm telling you, be that hater all the way through. We love it. Hey, Goon, man, did you handle my lightweight in the chat, Goon? I know William Goins was on it. Were you helping William? Were you helping William?
William was in there lighting it up. Goon was too.
Yeah, they was in there.
Was on a roll. Chicago Sky going to the playoffs. You're so stupid, dude. They just might. Hey, they just might. We're not gonna take nothing from nobody. It's good basketball that's being played this year. They did what they needed to do to get the moving pieces. I'm sure that, of course, what we've learned that if what's his name didn't let Angel go, it probably was going to be a blow up this year like no other. So it's a good thing she's where she is. It's important for her to be able to have some comfort for herself, as well as being able to just play with ease and not have to worry about all of the other stuff that's around her, right? Angel is the missing piece, one of the missing pieces, the only missing piece for Atlanta. Atlanta did their thing. They played extremely well last year, but they needed one little thing to help them get over that hump. I believe it's Angel. I'm glad she's there. Let's see her do well. Let's root her on and cheer her for what she will bring to the team, whether she does a lot or she does a little. I mean, I know Angel to be Angel, so we're going to see what we've always seen and more. I don't see anything different. But she'll have more time to rest as well versus having the weight on her shoulder. But at the end of the day, I think she likes wearing that weight. That's important to her to be that person for her team and her teammates. So we're going to continue to push her to be the best that she can be. The same for all the players on all the teams. I'm still I like Cardosa. I'm going to watch Sky simply for Cardosa. Is it going to be a big thing for me? Probably not, but I'm still going to cheer. I like Skylar. Skylar is a big player in mine. I've watched her since she was, in her younger days at Notre Dame, right? When she was a sophomore. I didn't see her freshman year, but the sophomore year up, I followed Skylar the whole way through. It's going to be great to see what she can help the Sky do. And again, this is a must-win year for GFP because I do believe his job is on the line. That's what I said. I'm going to stand by it. I believe it. And guess what? I know it. So with that being said, let's wish everybody the best. That's the way it is. Again, great talking points for everybody. And with that being said, guys, I will catch you all on the next